Today on Monday, the 8th of June 2026. Hello and welcome to the very first edition of the Epic Morning Show for the week on Epic Radio 99.3 FM around the world on myepiconline.com, Choice FM and Radio Garden. We also broadcast live in Apuja district via Radio Zimi. The Epic Morning Show, now a 2.5 hour long program. We divided into the first and second segment. In the first segment of the Epic Morning Show today, we will look at the fight against examination malpractice. Are President Bio's remarks a sign of government failures or a call for collective action? Now they ask this morning inside the Epic Morning Show, and in the second segment of the program, Marion Precious George will review the biggest stories and what happened from over the weekend. My name is Usman Ibrahim Mara. Do stay tuned. Good morning, listeners. So, welcome to a brand new week. I'll tell you for say Monday, not a punishment. It is an opportunity, now a fresh page, a new beginning, and another chance for work towards the goals we don't set for yourself. Not spend too much time to worry about how far you still not go it. Focus on the next step, then one after that. So this week, be very intentional, be disciplined, be grateful. The effort we make today create opportunities for tomorrow. Even if last week not go the way you plan, this na Monday and it'll give you the chance for start again with renewed energy and determination. This na the Epic Morning Show.
Bless me with money and change my story. Now God don't do one for me. Plenty take you, plenty take you, plenty take you. Now God don't do one for me. You give me colapso, give colapso, give colapso. Now God don't do one for me. Sense tribulation will come. No worry, be still and know that I am your God. The enemy will put you to shame.
1xBet. Your game has no limits. In 1x Game section, you'll find hits, crash, burning hot, crystal, western slot. Each game is a separate world with real winnings. Play on website or in the app. Visit the 1xbet.sl and use a SL126 promo code to get a 200% bonus up to 2,800 Sierra Leonean Leones. 1x Games, a world of games, wherever you are.
The picking for healthy growth, Benimix na the answer, made from local grains and packed with 14 essential vitamins for the brain and body. No cooking, no stress. Enjoy Benimix at any time. Just make sure say BFC always there at the pack. Benimix, grow strong, grow smart.
Music
Okay, welcome back to the show. Here with Muhammad Toby Kagbo with the latest on our breaking news. Good morning, Toby. Welcome to the program.
Good morning, Usman, and good morning to our listeners. And this now a breaking news segment. And let's start off with a very strong one as the Sierra Leone National Investment Board don't step into for resolve a government crisis. Now the Sierra Leone Bar Association, as they don't order that the long delay annual general meeting, the AGM, must go ahead for the scheduled date which will take place in Lunge, Putloko district. Usman, we all understand there are a couple of issues within the Sierra Leone Bar Association as the AGM, according to the public relation officer, when Alfred Commander ASQB don't talk, say they're not able to carry on with the AGM as they go set a new date. But the Sierra Leone Investment Board don't urge them, say them for go ahead with the substantive dates with them to announce. And
that is what the opposition is actually calling for, and the leadership of the Bar Association is saying that we have to postpone it because we have lots of issues we have to resolve within the bar before we hold the AGM. Now this latest action by the Sierra Leone Investment Board, of course, is welcoming for the opposition, but I think it's bad news for those who don't push for them postpone the AGM.
Well, we'll go deep into that because we also get a response to be coming from the Sierra Leone Bar Association. But I'll take another as the First Lady Fatima Bio don't say the 30-year-old we allege say they be forcefully put on into the FGM, don't use people and for make up the story as we had say police even know why the people have not published the report yet. We all know there are a couple of things around the FGM around the country right now involving the First Lady or strong somebody we don't stand against FGM. But according to Ram, it is say the 30-year-old person we say they be forcefully forced and for go through the FGM, and they urge the police for publish the report for see the factual in the report.
Yeah, this is a very big change. I mean, mostly before all this, we know First Lady Fatima Bio will be a strong vocalist when it comes to action against FGM. We see just about 2 weeks ago, so in that huge public statement we say a day in support of people of FGM promoters. Them, I mean, Dande, of course, has been condemned by many people, and it leads also allegations for saying a part of Dande make in order for speaking at that conference not the UK any longer. So a lot of controversies surrounding the First Lady as of this moment, and certainly the First Lady is very swift for always come and condemn within they happen surrounding him.
But it's also unclear how the First Lady gets sensitive information about this alleged 30-year-old person, where the police or the Ministry of Gender and Children Affairs not release any publication which regards this matter. So the public also now they question the credibility of the police in the respect of how the First Lady will forget this kind of publication will not ever be made out by the Ministry. I
think you must get in contact. I'm the leader of the Hands Off Our Girls campaign, and it has been there.
But this information they come up first from the police. Then you go to the Ministry of Gender and Children Affairs. Before even the First Lady is not part of governance structure.
Many will say is the First Lady Minister of Gender Affairs now.
Well, that is
forget details even before the minister herself.
That is also a very big question. Now we move to the other as the Sierra Leone Bar Association don't formally respond to a directives we come out from the National Investment Board concerning the application under Section 185(4) of the Companies Act 2029, where they are, let's say, a default in holding the mandatory annual general meeting. Well, this is a long-standing issue, and the Sierra Leone Bar Association also don't make a respond in the respect of the directives where they don't get from the Sierra Leone Investment Board. So we just don't begin to forget the sound of the drum, and there are more people who don't start for dance to the drum. So let's see if the AGM will go as planned, but the substantive date will be announced though elapse. So I don't think say they don't really idea. So the directives will be come out from the Sierra Leone National Investment Board.
We don't see the treasurer now because the treasurer will lost if we don't go missing.
Well,
there will still be the watch for the treasurer.
Well, for me, I think after the last AGM of the Sierra Leone Bar Association electing Madam Tumagento Jabi, many of us ask a lot of questions. I think the Bar Association may need a proper electoral reforms before they head to the next annual general meeting. Because some of these issues will happen in Kenema, we are not resolved. Now the same issues them don't start for arise.
Like
now.
There are many members of the Bar Association within the Lawyer Society now.
It is going to be very difficult and challenging for them to go to the
a lot of those members now, according to the president of the Bar Association, Tumagento Jabi, say most of them not renew the membership of the Bar Association association yet, so make them ineligible for vote in any association election. We, by the way, that's it's well, a lot they happen within the bar. The bar association, the lawyers, them need reforms.
And indeed. So, Usman, I think for this morning, all this we get inside with breaking news segment.
All right, Toby, thank you so much. This now the Epic Morning Show, and do you want a natural tea that refreshes your body? Looking for something healthy and gentle on digestion? You want a tea where they keep you feeling refreshed all day? Our tea, now your answer got you covered. Made from naturally grown tea leaves, it is healthy, refreshing, and easy on digestion. With 100 tea bags in every pack, there is always more to enjoy and share. Our tea, natural refreshness in every sip, brought to you by Carol. This is not the Epic Morning Show.
That's I am your God. What you say? Soulful. Make you buggy by the beat, soulful. You uncool. Still shots for the beat, say you broke your ankle. Soulful. Make you buggy by the beat, soulful. You uncool. Still shots for the beat, say you broke your ankle. Bless me with money and kiki.
Okay, you're highly welcome back to the Epic Morning Show. Now, in early June 2026, with President Bio be commissioned the new NATCA office in Freetown. President Bio say the West Africa Examination Council (WAEC), they help WAEC together with parents. They help for make school beginning cheats in public examination. We don't see any condemnation of President Bio remarks against WAEC from WAEC itself. I mean, we try to also invite people from WAEC, but we not get response from them come in the studio. But however, now though, waiting this say about President Bio in free quality school education program 8 years on, we ask this morning here inside the Epic Morning Show. Stay with us.
Still I know that I am your God. Oh, worry, be still I know that I am your God. Still I know that I am your God. Oh, worry, be still I know that I am your God.
Okay, welcome back to the program. Introducing Alfonso Manley, the National Coordinator of the Civil Rights Coalition. Mr. Manley, welcome to the Epic Morning Show. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Thanks for having me, and good morning to viewers and listeners.
And Augustine Bami-Anthony, now the Strategic Communications Monitoring and Media Advisor at the Ministry of Information and Civic Education. Mr. Anthony, good morning. Welcome to the
Yes,
Epic
good morning,
Show.
and Fambulunadu.
Okay, let's start with you, Mr. Manley. But first, let's take President Bio's statement, by the way. This now President Bio will talk during the commissioning of the new NATCA office in early April, where President Bio say WAEC, the West African Examination Council, together with parents them and teachers, they help school beginning for cheats in public examination.
Civic education. You have a huge task on your hand. Parents are helping their children to cheat. Schools are helping their students to cheat. And I will stand here and say, even WAEC is helping our children to cheat us. Yes, we have to change this. It will not help us. We are going down.
President.
Mr. Manley, what do you make of President Bio in statements? Is it welcoming?
Yeah, thank you very much. And subsequent program that I don't attend, I don't commend the president for we talk this. I also don't say no call all of the stakeholders that were involved. I also don't talk say the ministry don't take conscious step for make we solve this.
Ministry of Education.
Yes, because they are in charge of education. You get the Teaching Service Commission where they recruit teachers. And you also get technical leading at the ministry. We're going to ensure, say, because the ministry is in charge of curriculum. The ministry, the curriculum we then develop, we expect the TTIs, the Teacher Training Institution, for train teachers then for can teach. Now that aspect they would all lack. Now I make most of the picking them don't result to examination malpractice aided and abated by key education stakeholders as the president don't name them. And then aspects and I mean one discourse waiting don't lead to this. Because then he say no to Usa you for them where you go land with the watch. Now this how we buck your foot. This how we people them buck them foot. Government no don't pay attention there. Basic education, because of resources, they don't get that capacity for ensure say they solve that aspect there. Now that aspect that one can dwell in.
But even with the large percentage of government budget where they allocate to education, you say they're not getting resources?
Yes. So let me just break that one down for you. The 22% or 21%. It is for the education sector. If you have read the education and analysis, it go tell you say now just 1% safe they go for capital expenditure in a school. And in most cases, for let the ministry run, the ministry they get that budget for run. How this money is being used? This money, government they use for pay all teacher salaries, all lecturers salaries, all money where government they give to the university now inside this money day. The education are one sector. Because of service delivery, effective and efficient service delivery, we get two sectors. You get whether they manage the basic, you get whether they manage technical and higher. All that money government they spend for school feeding, when they pay contracts on inside there. All the money government they pay exam fee na inside the subsidy na inside there. So we government don't use that one day. Nothing not they left, or in most cases for let the ministry run for ensure so they're able for supervise the sector. Right. Nothing on waiting up in there. So if you find out, say, the donor them project like the World Bank project, then 500 them more classroom where they construct. Now under the free education project, that World Bank project, then both Ginum, that's outside they make some Prince of Wales, both school where they benefits, Maboka boys at the Badia project. So when projects comes, the priority government the placement them in terms of infrastructure and training.
So with the solution, you think 22% it's a lot. You think for Adam 30%?
I don't say I didn't spend them. That don't say one of the gap will get.
No, if they are still going through constraints, even with 22%, what do you for do then? 30%.
For they able we get for be evidence based. So in that evidence base, they don't say now say we don't spend all that one in there. Nothing or little they left for let the ministry manage itself, and at the ministry gets the waiting. The authority for supervise the education sector. Waiting that one they mean. You go find out so if the ministry get squam officer them, SQ for go monitor on our school. then go there, they not get bike. If they get bike, the bike not get fuel, they not get computer, not get to take for do the work. If you get Department of Policy and Planning, then they go tell you say almost staff then get. If them for do annual school census, the adequate resource there for let they actually come up with a data way reliable, we can be used for plan. If the permanent sector they get computer, but ink not inside the senior assistant sector they get computer, but you not get ink, you not get paper. You get for go big paper in a World Bank. You paste the piper, call it tune. So you go find out say project where the World Bank for do today, because you the ministry they go bake paper to it, they go bake ink to them. Tell you say, but Lord do it next week. You not get him because you go bake them. So these are the gaps. So that 22% is not adequate, but it's a good thing where government increase the budget by that. Before now, when finance they prepare budget, teacher salary, lecturer salary, not the parts of the education allocation. Then they put on that salaries and wages. Okay. But from 2018, then bring all around the kind side, now make it swell go this 22%. A lot of public education is needed in this area for people to understand. But when they say 22%, finance they keep the money. As I'm talking to you, third term subsidy not paid. Some primary and GSS not get even first and second term subsidies. Then they will go bank. Schools are complaining. You understand? So you know me say this 22% na money within a shelf where you can just go see one to pull out.
Okay, Mr. Mali, before I begin, Mr. Anthony, I want to ask you: you think, say, President Bill, well, 8 years on, the education is actually free?
Yes, you know, now free at the camp.
I just want to get you if it's free or not.
Ask me, can you give me the opportunity to answer?
Okay, do go ahead. I also ask you.
Or you still asking? Well, let me listen.
I also ask you if you think, say, yes, you say it's free.
No,
but is it of quality?
Let me respond.
Is it of quality too? It's free quality education.
Can I respond? It is free. That's what the policy says. This is why if you go to school, policy asks you for pay money, where you go report to a ministry or you go ACC, then they hold the responsible. Right. It's two-way thing. You, the parents, get the responsibility when they go ask you in school, say for pay money. And I've seen the ministry suspend principle, sack principle to see when they go to complain. Number one, quality. The way you assess quality has to deal with the method you use for assess and for teach. When I one delve in today, when I guarantee quality, you go see say start in school like the annuals, where they maintain standards, where they get the right school leadership. You go get quality at that aspect. You go see say this mushroom school, where me no know if fending safe, where government approve them. You understand? Teachers, the way they not even they use the right pedagogy, they teach without a lesson plan, they don't have scheme of work, they are not offered with the syllabus, you will not have quality there. So outright, they are not going to say quality there, all. But there are some schools who maintain those standards. I will tell you for free. And they see them where the results they come on. And they see the number where they go university, and they make them when are government and government assisted schools them. The same day before private school. You get some private school, it's nothing to write home about. You get some private school, they're very good and get standard. You see also, you know. So it's on both sides. It depends to the school leadership and how you move those workforce for deliver to the picking them.
No, but overall, you think this is not really quality education?
There is an improvement from 2018 to now if you use it as the baseline. And I will give you those evidences because I see.
How much percent improvement do you think?
Okay. I sit in the education, the local education group, now the highest education body. Now, when you want for rate education, you have what is called the guiding principles. And there are 4 of them. 1 is access, 2 is comprehensive safety, 3 is radical inclusion, 4 is quality teaching and learning. In all of these, there has been upward trajectory if we use 2018 as a baseline. But that not means say challenges not there. Even in this radio station, they will not get challenges, but you know me say if possible rate una not go get that percentage we say una they do una work. But if you go in depth, you go see something you go open the pump what's no day. You go see something lights no day. You go see something this machine they malfunction. So there has not been any success without challenges. For instance, we don't get lots of picking that we don't carry this system. We don't go boss on to 3.1 million. We do not have enough facility to accommodate all of them. We go guarantee teacher pupil ratio as it for be. When we go from 1 now 35 million as na class. More now na 70, 60, 55. So the workload will even increase for teachers, for manage. But again, if you're looking at radical inclusion policy, it go say let them can book at the classroom, can choke, they all get access, equality for land, rather than you get few go the rest in the streets. So it's a give and take. Okay. If you look at comprehensive safety, in the education sector plan, they were developed in 2018 for ensure say boys and girls are safe, and say like separate wash facility there for boys, separate wash facility there for girls. Then say like get early childhood education for standalone or not join out primary school. These are all gains. So we look, but schools they will not be get fence. Either the old people they don't go build fence. But schools they will not be get wash facility. Either the old people or government don't build or the World Bank projects. But school they will compound not being paved. Whether they try for pave like Academy na one. Whether they pave, you see FSSG, you see Convent, you see the other school, the Edwards, you see the old model, all they pave now. Comprehensive safety, radical inclusion. First, as you get better, they drop in at school. Now they drop you again. But the facility where you that picking they will get better for getting at school in all day. But where you go school and they drop you with special needs. Now I wanna host somebody wanna make that clip. They go outside where they talk say improvement on the, but they not go all everything they want. You understand? Mm-hmm. Now, you get what they call picking away common a far remote family. Because of that, the examination center they will be the day before 2018. Not all chief don't get side for their picking seats NPSC. But as you see, don't so I go tell you, say each and every chiefdom get center for their picking seats NPSC. That's you getting for those coming from far remote area.
But you think those, before I come to Anthony, you think say those improvements commensurate to the money where the government is spent on education? It's commensurate.
Say the money where government is spent for education not do.
No, what they say a commensurate to what they spend.
If I say not do what they mean, Lord, they talk you.
No, what I mean by my question, I mean I'm saying if the money where government is spent per education, and when you compare juxtapose and compare to the improvements made in the education sector so far, you think it is commensurate? It is commensurate, but not without challenges. Okay. Education, aside, we know they ask close-end question, yes or no. Where the answer, they give space for the person to talk waiting at the challenges or waiting at the way for make improvements. Okay. You understand? Eh? Though, if you be ask me, say in managing of some of projects. If another aspect how they manage project and education, I can open up for you. We include politics, we include favorism, we include putting square pegs in round hole. I can dwell on that aspect say for you for say that it's a big challenge, like the GPE projects and other projects them. With that one day, there is nothing to write home about. I can see that and talk out me full chest. But that money where government is spend, for instance, where finance they pay for school feeding, then they pay the contractor then direct. But when you go to the school, you understand, and then they cook every day. Because they rest, then they carry, then they sell them, some of the schools them. So, now make way they say commensurate on the side of government, then they provide them. But the ministry not get what it take for go monitor. But I mean, not that ministry for how many years, you not get bicycle. You being communication officer, what do you communicate where you not go see? You not get vehicle. In computer in your office, not they work. We want print, they go print in all that. But I mean, that's so it be.
I mean, I live in witness. I don't see that with time. Not able to deny.
But I mean, that's so it be.
So now then challenges and they then get. Okay. You understand?
Let's bring in Mr. Anthony now. Yeah. Wait, for ask you. Now so it be.
I think I can discuss the speech of President Bill. More pay attention.
Okay, Mr. Anthony. Well, how government see this? How President actually see this? Because it has been 8 years on. And now President Beauty can complain, say, why they help school picking them for cheating public examination. You don't think, say, this is damning to a free quality school education program itself? Okay,
plenty, thank you. Before even I go to the question, I want for Alfonso don't demonstrate something where but civil society people can feel, say, you know for do. I'm a political scientist before I do communication. Max Weber, may I read quickly for you. He say he believes, say, you can be a political animal na your house, and you be a diligent professional na your office, as long as you able to keep all two separate, all two na separate boxes. Alfonso is a civil society activist, a very strong civil society activist. But if you listen to the technical analysis, what you do, if you not technically inclined, you go feel say he the back government. but they give you the technical analysis. That is what we have. Let me calculate who can invite me when I invite somebody. Alfonso don't work with me on one desk for 8 years, so you understand quite a lot of things that we did. So now to President Bill in speech. That speech, where you now a strong demonstration of leadership, a strong demonstration of patriotism, and a strong demonstration of somebody who want to bring people together collectively for a common goal. Most people they interpret or misinterpret wrongly. This is the analysis. Somebody campaign on the card, say I want to give free quality school education program since before 2018. And you don't implement that one day since the launch on the 20th of August 2018. You don't invest quite a lot of time, policy decisions, political will, organizations, meetings, travels, monitoring. Then he realized a few things for a few reasons. On the day of the launch of the free quality school education program, Alfonso Bede, there was a clear package and how the free quality school education program for run. It makes sure say every stakeholder was identified on that day with respective responsibilities. The parents, it's saying on responsibility now for ensure say on send on picking them at school, check on their progress, provide the lunch where the case may be, and make sure say you know the picking for go school. Make sure say you support quality education. On the teachers, it's a woman are the incredible assets to the implementation of the free quality school education program. WAEC, women are the gateway to making this with paper they are very valuable. Women are the gateway to integrity, keeping integrity. Everybody be get in their own role. The media, the police, the army, every other person be get a specific role. That was what I wrote my dissertation on. So I understand that point that is more. After 8 years, even before now, in 2019, President Biok summoned the Anti-Corruption Commission, he summoned the Basic and Senior Secondary Education Ministry, and other stakeholders say, hey, make we guard against examination malpractice because it eats the soul of the education system in the country. Make we guard against that one day. So in 2019, there was a swift in the review of the Anti-Corruption Commission Act. They amend them and then place very strong law against examination malpractice. That if you aid, you abet, and you commit the crime, it's 50 million old loans today, but 50,000 new loans. Or and where the case may be, you go to jail for 5 years.
How many people this law on bet?
So at the Camden. This is now the technical background Alfonso been making. Now they live for you. So fast forward in 2026, the idea of examination malpractice the heightened for a few reasons. One, we now get quite a lot of monitoring where they take place from outsiders, including Alfonso Mali from a civil rights coalition. Today will not be get civil society there where they monitor public exams. We get for know that one day. Now we get civil society activists them where they monitor public exam. Now we get media representation where they monitor public exam. Now we get Anti-Corruption Commission, the scope on squad where they monitor public exam. We get seasoned teachers, retired people, where now they join hand for support and the monitoring of public exams. We get the SCOAM officers, where now they monitor public exams. We get headquarter of basic and senior secondary education, where they go down to district level for monitor public exams. For the idea about monitoring, the level of monitoring, we don't scale up in some ways. It don't unearth quite a lot of things and where we not be known today. So now the report level don't be high.
And the same President Biono say why no,
help? No, this is at the time of 2019. So now we begin there.
No, who's time President Biono for say why help school beginning for cheats in public exams? Now the BNTM?
So make I know you can't for validate anything. Allow me for say a few things.
But you there for answer the
No.
questions.
So allow me for express a few things. May I give you the background? So because of the reports, it all lands say yes, indeed, there are fingers pointing at WAEC because there are cases right now after they speak with some people there on the run, where WAEC and the government officials don't put me anything. They can answer to a few questions of examination malpractice. So they're going away. That is on the public knowledge. President Bio now come after all this were put in place. He come as somebody who feel disappointed. He talk as somebody who feel frustrated with certain people where they expect quite a lot from, where not don't perform to that level. So he use that platform for expressing dissatisfaction. He use that platform for express dismay, but however, call people on board and say, "Uno come for make we work on this together." For very many reasons, I will share with you.
Work on this.
One, work on examination malpractice.
Waiting at the actual president be able to take.
So wait, more understand for us why he want more do this. They will come to the action. President B understand clearly that if we allow examination malpractice for be the order of the day in our education system, it devalue with qualification, but not just that, it get far-reaching effect.
No, President Bio realized this 2 years before they left.
I don't tell you since 2019. You know the pay
But
attention to that.
you just don't mention
This
for
is just
say
what he talk na
the
public.
issue just they go up
This is
as
just-
year in
no,
year
so-
out.
so-
Now you
so-
just don't mention Mr.
So
Bani.
this is just what he talk na public this year. I don't tell you the effort since 2019, except you want for limit and to this year where. But I've told you, I'll tell you again, that apart from the Scorpion Squad and the meeting where anti-corruption gets with the president and the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education, in 2019, we signed, maybe the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education, we signed a communique against examination malpractice, where Alfonso Manlin has signatory to that, as civil society activist. In 2019, under the leadership of Dr. David Monin Asenge as Minister of Basic and Senior Secondary Education, who said the media beget to a role for play. The police, every other stakeholder, including WAEC. So this is not just the first effort.
Okay.
In 2023, President Bio make sure say the Minister of Basic and Senior Secondary Education now, Minister Conrad Saki, hold strategic meeting with stakeholders, including Anti-Corruption Commission, for look at strategies on how for curb examination malpractice. So you see how this thing they go. Not what you hear now, not just this announcement. But this is not even strange in Africa or the world.
No, we just talk about
No, it's not strange.
No, just
Make we not
juxtapose
make
them
a
to
let's say
salon.
it not happen.
I
We
know,
don't see Ghana presidents come out and condemn examination malpractice and show how it disturb the fabric of the education
On the
system.
president be pull inspiration.
We see how Nigeria don't do am. We see how Kenya don't do am.
Okay.
Presidents don't come out. They don't talk about examination malpractice in the public and call on stakeholders for collective action.
And the president be police
President Bio
situation.
is one of the leaders in the world.
Mr. Anthony, you just don't mention for say President Bio is frustrated about examination malpractice.
Yes, sir.
It's more like it don't say where he realize for just where he say it don't say he realize for say examination malpractice they hinder the progress in the education sector. One may expect, I mean, just 2-3 years into leadership for it be a flagship program, free quality school education program, for people for curb examination malpractice at least by 70%, because since then the focus of in government, 8 years on, no progress has been made in that.
I want to share a few things with you. There is what you call school sexual-based violence, SGBV, right? You know, say we don't do long thing at this country. Who's picking them? Even some teachers they sleep with the picking them at school, especially even the primary school level. But you know what make it not be done in the public? Because there had not been attention paid to it. Monitoring not be done on them. Reports not be done. We said they send them. By the time you set up an investigation team, by the time you set up an attention to them, now that's how they begin to get more concerns, more complaints, because now you get people the way they report on the matter. So examination malpractice not to the first time it will happen in this country. We don't destroy ourselves in this country for quite a long time. In 2013-2014, there was a baseline survey where the where they conduct in this country, what they call EGMA, where they look at the numeracy and literacy aspect of picking them from class 1 to class 4. They want to know how then they learn. The people come out from the UK, they're part of the Global Partnership for Education. They can learn, say, we're picking the way they class 4, where they give them class 1 book, they give out. But we ask the question, the neighbor answer. Because now memorize, they be memorizing, where they be the class 1. They're not even stability they read. Or, they're not even they solve simple arithmetic, simple mathematics. Where you give them class 1 mathematics, they class 3, they're not be solving. So when they go write report, say, Salone, they suffer from learning poverty. 2013. This is not today. 2013. They say Salone, they suffer from learning poverty. President Breaker see that one day in 2018. He work with other stakeholders and with the same travels. He make sure say Salone get financial support, a grant of over $50 million for ensure say they pay attention to foundational learning. Right? Mm-hmm. So that is there as a way, as a solution to this deep-rooted problem. But make I share with you why President Bio decided to call people for me to fight collectively against examination malpractice. Because the effect is far-reaching. Then same speaking there with parents, and that was his frustration. Then same speaking there with President Bio want for make the future bright. With the help Sierra Leone, not just themselves. Now then same picking there, their own parents say they pull money, they buy phone, smartphone, and give them because they want for aid the spy. They pull money, as Alfonso will be talking at Truth Media, say that they give them 100 leons every day for spy, for access the phone and other materials in the examination hall. Now parents they give them. So President Pio was frustrated with that.
Okay.
Why? Because if you give a picking day, you go learn the book, but the brain empty. They can't tell medical doctor, for example. That same medical doctor now get for prescribe for you medicine where you sick. That same medical doctor now get for treat you where you in your hospital. It not be nothing, you die. So the effect is so far-reaching that President Bio became frustrated that some parents not they see what they see. Now that same school picking there where they get for graduate to they turn engineer. They make bridge for we. When they work out motor car, the bridge collapse, we all die there. That's what President Bio wants to now prevent. Now make it they say all of the stakeholders, especially the parents, for come on board on this fight. WAEC now the gateway to all integrity, to all credibility of we certificates. Me and you see there, almost every paper I would bluff with now WAEC. The foundation of education are us.
Okay.
We don't go universities, yes, we don't come out. But the WAS is more paramount. If you spy, you buy your way through, you go university. That's the same thing you go to do now university till you come out. And you come out.
So that means the issue of malpractice also there in the universities. It's widespread in the universities, just like we did now. It is for WAEC too.
I don't go
I don't go
college. I don't go Jala University at least for 2, 3, 4 times. I don't see what they happen. Or we not even need for go universities. We don't see graduates them. Where they come out, you go ask now which university you come out.
Okay.
So there are problems with education system. President Bio Nemeka said that statement was patriotic. That statement was nationalistic. President Bio's statement. That statement now be a call for action. Right. This was not about guiding his free quality school education program. The vision now for ensure say Sierra Leone get a very strong and a proud education system where we will even export into international world.
All right.
Because there will come a time, if your paper not strong, may I conclude on that? If Salone that begin doubt with we academic credentials them, we get very serious problem with job opportunities internationally. We get very serious problems with international scholarship for go study. So these are all the far-reaching effects where President Bio see and express this frustration, say, come on, people need to understand what I'm saying. Then make it say, you not facing me when they do. When they cheat me, when they cheat the country, when they cheat the picking future. What does that mean? You not facing me no more when they do. Not to me no more when they do. You are also doing the picking future. When I also do destroy Sierra Leone.
Okay, let's begin, Mr. Manley. Well, Nina the flagship of President Bio government since 2018, education. You don't think say much improvement for be done, let's say in 3 years, in 4 years. Instead of they see 8 years on, President Bio is crying, saying that there's examination malpractice is more wide, and Mr. Ban is also, Mr. Anthony is also saying that it go up every year, year in, year out, instead of improvements made in it. We see, now so you just don't mention, you logo plan back. We plan back for
now so I see the go up every year.
He said it go up.
I said there has been
actually declining.
Heightened, and the report now they can please.
No,
please.
Mr. Manley, you know things say 4 years. If we don't see that improvement, so we say nobody for they complain about examination malpractice.
Thank you very much. First of all, the president was not crying. He was not. As Bami say, and I stick to that one day. If you don't nurture something, you see say if they go on the road where you not for go, you dey call them to attention. Examination malpractice, bad na Ghana pass here. I want to follow up small. Nigeria, in fact, Nigeria in the council, any waswing in the council 2 or 3 papers. Yes. What the president do? Now for draw people their attention, so una them parents them. Una way they conduct this exam. This investment will they make per education. So if we allow the way for continuing examination malpractice, we not go yield the gain we want in the future. And that's true. We get engineer who construct bridge who for them. But you know our lot of focus but waiting for be the solution. And this is where we are lacking. Before I begin this program, I draw your attention. I say what's not be don't be, but what's not the solution? The public not going to understand solution. We don't talk about problem. No. Waiting they cause this examination malpractice. Now not delve into it for another time.
But you also be mentioned was say because of the teachers they not get enough training in this public
aspect.
schools.
Look at the holistic. If you give it chance as you guess the way call for let the public them get the understand, it go fine. It go fine. Now in education you get to they call educational measurement and evaluation. Measurement is quantifiable. They deal with figure, the way I assess them. Evaluation, again for deal with where they make sound judgments. What I mean? Measurement. If you say Abdullah Kamara score 89 in mathematics, it is quantifiable. I don't say Abdullah Kamara score 89 in mathematics. When you are evaluating, when you are making sound judgments, you can say Abdullah Kamara get good performance in mathematics. Now, one thing they miss. How do we assess them? There are a whole lot of process. You go to what they call formative process. You go to what they call the summative process. The formative process now an assessment where class teacher they give, where you they in school you they continue that class exam, 4 semester exam test. Now formative, summative. Now the end product, for example, where they go sit NPSC, where they go sit Becker, where they go sit WAS. Now summative assessment. How would they miss at the school system? The method of test the way they give now the school not they pay attention. Now you get one method where you are assess speaking, they call them test retest method. This is technical. Test retest method. What's a test retest method? You they give the picking test. This set of questions we give where you don't get that test day, you know they take back, you they can't get the same test. That means they don't get a test 2 term. You get a long interval. Let's say 1-2 months you get the same test. When you don't get this speaking the same test, you they computing scores. What do they use for computing scores? You they use the Pearson product moment correlation coefficient. When you use that method, you they try for find out say stability coefficients. We mean say if this speaking is score 80 per my first test, after a long interval where I don't get the same test, it can score 80 or 82. It means say wait till you learn you get some amount of stability. But if in B say that first test where you get this speaking, you get 90. It take long time. You can't get the same test, the same question. You get 20. It's not stable. So you the teacher don't know say this speaking. I think we call you know they not in a too distant future. They forget. You know how to deal with that picking day. You got another method they call the parallel test method. In a within short interval, not to the same question, but not to identical question. For instance, if you tell the picking say inside 1 week, 8 plus 9, na so. Where you go get after a short period of time, the turn like they say 9 plus 8. You try for assess the picking that method, they using this same piercing method. That one is what you want for achieve, now coefficient or equivalent. This technical aspect which teacher need to bring into teaching, using the split method, using the Kuda and Richardson method for assess the picking them. But what's in the happen at school? When teacher give assignments, he's speaking for carry return the assignment with 10 leon, with 5 leon, with 3 leon. Wake out with 10 leon, you get 70. Wake out 3 leon, you get 60. Wake out 2 leon, you get 40. So you don't teach his speaking say, not so for use your brain, now for use your money. So outside this speaking they get the money. If na them junior school, NPS level, Mbeke, now from my parents. What's na a total different level? What's some people they don't reach for situations, whether them parents give them or not, and they get out and go get them money then they.
Now, if you also know about means even government is aware, because now governments will oversee the education sector, so then go be aware, but then continue for to make it happen.
So what's not the problem? Even the Teaching Service Commission, where they do very good work, not get the capacity in school method within school for know this. So now I make you see the ministry they develop now what they call school leadership policy. Now the principle now for ensure say this being a school. You guys on school level the principle, you not understanding say and not going to implement it to the teacher. You get some principle they in a school where they ensure say each and every teacher gets scheme of work. Each and every teacher or the teacher get lesson plan. Now I the plan your lesson. You get 5 points. I the plan lesson for deliver in a classroom. Where let that picking it dull say it understand. Now the principle for ensure say you use the method there. Like if you teach geography, the principle go call you say this is very important. How they test them? Are you using the test method? Are you using parallel method? Are you using split or half method? Are you using the Kutsa or Richardson method? If you say I'm not using any one of those, you tell and say this test method, get the picking one test, after long it's about get the same test. Compute your scores. Using this piercing moment correlation method. When you use them, you go assess whether the picking they retain what you tell them. When you use the parallel method, if you say 5 plus 9, you go ask them back 9 plus 5, you go know if the picking get that logic. If you don't have the same question, but you turn them. We know they use their method and then a classroom. And at them method and then good teacher they like Mr. Mew them, but they use what they go their lesson.
Who do you go blame for that day?
Listen.
Who do you go blame for that?
The school heads, I don't tell you. Not so present below the commander of fiscal look the method.
Ministry of Education.
No, it's not the ministry. Hold on. You have asked me a question. You get layers of responsibility. If syllabus not there, you blame Ministry of Education. If teacher not there for change, you blame Ministry of Education. But when they are teacher, they are syllabus. You know they make scheme of work. And the number, first of all, you get us on 260 SQ officer. We go over 13,000 schools. You cluster them, they don't have bike, they don't have vehicle to go to those schools. They don't have what it takes to monitor schools. So I want to unearth the problem. President Bion says you know the gap that this will get. Right? So what you go depend now? You go depend say that heads of school are put. Forget some of them quality are for help the ministry. You get some principle the whole day that they sit down inside the office and then they gonna do. How teacher they teach, they no one know. How picking they no one know. A principle like Lashon at the great grammar school. Everybody go attest when Miss Lashon say Lashon sabi every picking by name. He know you parents by name. Lashon know you weakness you get in any subject. He know him. He go look you call you say temple. Are you doing well now in geography? Because when Lashon in the office, they carry report card, don't look the grades them. You don't know say this particular. And they spend time. We have not got a principle like a Lashon and type. We don't miss them. We have lazy heads of school now, sorry to say. Some of them are lazy. I will not say all of them. They focus. They only sit on our office, focus on admission, focus on for bring picking the for can situations, so not eligible for situations. The school system don't they go down in terms of administering the school. Now when you look at the secondary school, you get something called Board of Governors. You get 3 committees in our school. You get finance committee, you get visitation committee, you get standing committee. The visitation committee is the most powerful committee. When visitation committee go to school, right? They did the one whole day. If they begin look at how they get devotion, if they call for all teachers and scheme of work, call for the south side, they make their lesson plan, their lesson notes, then they assess how the teacher they teach, the facilities, look at the school register, look at your own documents, how they run the school, and then take corrective measures. So I don't tell the minister, I say unless education gets a dashboard where they make all of the NCRs, where they find out even school visitation committee for the feeding to them dashboard, and then they go to help for couch solution. For instance, if they go convent, then find out say teacher and they teach with lesson plan, and not say convent and they teach with that lesson plan. Oh, I'm making an example. They go to this particular school, they say teacher and they teach without lesson plan. You the minister now, if you get dashboard and don't send that report, what you do? You dey make sure say you tell the SQ again at that cluster schools, they not so. You say through the DD, ensure say una go na this school and talk to the head of school and ensure say then teach with lesson plan. You get me? Another big problem we get na school na pedagogy. Pedagogy means say the method wey they use for teach. My brother, we sabi 1 + 2, 2 + 3. Not so blackboard we sabi am. Teacher they come, then they call am play way method. The scatter 10 stop and are gone. He asks you almost go left, almost go right, almost go south, almost go north. And that's the land coordinates. You know, say east and west, ya na east, ya na north, ya na south. At the same time, you dey learn how for counts. You understand? Now the method then they will not get teacher, they will get be patient again for. But what are the limitations? Where you talk man the dog, you talk man the bone. If you get a class where supposed to be 40, a class supposed to be 35. That class day, now 80 picking the inside day. That from one they get 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D, 1E, 1F, 1G. How do you manage all of these? And when you check back, sometimes that teacher day, he not get pin code. That teacher day, he can't wait train. Sometimes that teacher day, he go university, but he not do teacher training. He not get the requisite qualification for teach. But because of the school lack teacher, they take and say this. Now science man, he don't get degree in science area, make he can teach in school. He not go know the method how for teach. He not go know the method how for assess speaking. He not go know the method where picking doll how for bring her up to speed. He not go get the assessment techniques then they. Right. So these are the gaps where they lead to waiting examination malpractice to count it all. So they find out say waiting teacher that they do, then they establish lesson. Number one. That lesson then they establish. Then critical topic that they teach in a school. Except they exploit parents and then go pay for their lesson then they go teach a topic and then a lesson. The way they teach a lesson, the same question then they go for exam. Now they assess you on the lesson. So before you go to the exam, you don't see. So they tell the pikin say, but you don't need for go school, but don't go Mr. Koba lesson, the maths lesson. I see kind of more they pass maths. So they become lazy. So these are all of the gaps where the ministry for SIDOM then fix. This talk examination malpractice not the solve them. Now only way you fix them technical thing they are. How do you measure? How do you evaluate? How do you assess? What are the test methods? How do you administer a school? What's in the role of a school leader? When you fix them problem in the 90% will they try for curb or fix examination malpractice. But if ACC go jail there, ACC puts in a quarantine. If them problem they still remains, there will be new method of examination malpractice.
Mr. Anthony, you from Mr. Mali there. Say talk no they solve a problem. What is government fixing them? How?
So one of the things that we don't do for me today because we carry with somebody who understand the issue and Alfonso Mali himself is now a teacher, as I tell you, a school administrator. They get qualification in that now. So they talk from experience. Almost everything we Alfonso say make plenty sense to the issue. And almost everything Alfonso talk, government don't take proactive steps for fix quite a lot of them. And you know that one day.
Like who's one so?
The area of school administration, the administrator them, we lack administrative leadership. The ministry joined hand with Lewilan for conduct what you call leadership seminars, leadership trainings, where you dey earn certificate at the end of the program, where they encourage all school leaders for be part of that process, and at an international level they do. But quite apart from that, the ministry, the Teaching Service Commission, don't see say quite a lot of teachers where they in the system before 2018 not to be qualified teachers. You can be trained, but you're not qualified. Like Alfonso says, some of them study BSc honors now for big college. Somebody study linguistics now for big college, but they not do education, middle education. So I understand what they explain clearly. So based on that one day, you train, but you're not qualified. And most of them are beginning at the payroll. So the Teaching Service Commission decide to do in-service training for them teacher there. But going forward, there's anybody who they join the teaching field now for go through the licensure exams. For sure say you're not teacher. So improvement they don't do quite a lot of times. If they talk about the pedagogy, and we also know what they talk. Now me and him lead that campaign through the ECD, early childhood development. We now we get the playway method. They don't change the system small. Now, not to that teacher know it all. The reservoir, you go to map, you go explain everything in a classroom. Now, you the teacher are just a guide, a facilitator. Now, the picking that they do the work, you team up, they watch them. And make sure that what you want for me to achieve, the objective of that lesson, they achieve them. For like what Alfonso they say, you to marble, na ground. This they go so, this they go so, they get different colors, you know, they get different sizes. You they ask the picking. That size where they say big. Who say I go? You say go na the north. Now which color? Na black. It don't learn size, it don't learn color, it don't learn positioning. So now that system we they use now, there are quite a lot of things that they do. Now that very department we don't distribute over 5,000 literacy materials in school, picking them MOOC, instruction materials. And we also don't distribute teacher guide on step by step how to use the material for teaching picking them. We also don't train over 1,000 of them teachers in another school at that level up to class 4 how for teacher picking them in a different methodology compared to waiting be did today. So yes, there are challenges, but there are solutions where government also don't take in the area of teacher recruitment. There have been quite a lot of problems with teacher recruitment, and people can blame government. I have to explain this today here. The teacher they're waiting at the system, that is, whether you get PIN code, whether you don't get PIN code, or you qualify or trained, we get 81,000 plus of them inside the system. 81,000. At the moment, you get slightly above 37,000 where they na the payroll. You go be they say, but the gap big go. But let me share this with you. We wage structure in this country. The workforce in this country. The entire workforce now 84,000. The entire workforce. Where they put soldier together, you put police, you put nurse, you put civil servant, you put teacher included, every other post we do for government, we put them together. Now 84,000. The teacher alone gets over 40% of that number. Now that workforce. So teacher are the highest number of employees in the government system. So if you want to recruit all the 81,000 as the need is, we all know that's the need. You want to recruit all the 81,000 to the system. That means say tomorrow we never get police. That means say we never get doctor again. We never get nurse again. We get critical position and they never hold them because we want to satisfy the teaching force. Now make government make sure say over 40% of that number where they want na the workforce, na teaching, the teaching care come out. So this is what we need for make people understand how the structure they.
Okay,
another
problem where Alfonso also mentioned is the fact that there are teachers where instead they teach in Saturday classes, and then there's a problem where it's widespread for a very long time now. But it continue for the happen. I mean, waiting governments do in that particular site.
Alfonso will also know clearly say that was banned way back in 2018. Say you know the whole extra classes paid for na school premise. This is clear. So
okay, it can happen elsewhere, but not in the school.
No, that is the left to the largesse of the parents. There are parents who get money, we want for me to take the picking extra classes and they can pay for it. You do have to stop that? You don't stop that.
No, we call for the general class for meet you outside the school.
The government system
permissible.
So make I tell you, the government system now equality they look for. You know, one disadvantage people that will come up from poor background, people that won't able provide a quite a lot of things. If the government say we don't ban extra classes that is paid for in the school premise, means the government is taking a bold step for provide equality. But if me able pay for me picking for me to take extra classes, government does not support.
That is not what I'm asking. I'm talking about teachers who they call for the general class for midterm. You don't say it's banned inside the school premise, but let's meet outside the school on Saturday. Like we they call for every school begin within the class for meet them outside. That is also banned, or it's permissible because it not happen inside the school. So
you also get to understand the limitation, delimitation of government or Ministry of Education. The Ministry of Education only gets role inside that school premise. You understand? We get to understand one day. Saturday, that picking day to parent day, not to Ministry of Education. No. So if they allow for me go extra classes, how the school go take charge? The school does not take charge. The school they take charge only where they within that school premise. Now make even the laws, the policies say in the school premise. If the pikin they sell cold water and treat, not to Ministry of Education for go say.
So at least it's clear from you now for say it's lawful. I mean, what they do, we they call for extra classes outside as long as it's not happening inside the school. It is perfectly lawful.
I am saying I interpret the policy to you. You can interpret it how you want time. I am saying the law say, the policy say you know they get extra classes paid for. So you see the difference. You can get extra classes in a school when it is not paid for. This is the difference. If you understand the interpretation, you can get extra classes in a school as a way for support the Pekin for Maryland, which is not paid for, and that's go they under strict guidance of the school administration. Now then can lesson and the Pekin they wear uniform for good day. You get to understand that one day because it is within the school premise. But if you go organize extra classes somewhere, no means say you know for teach you Pekin in a school. That's the other difference.
Well, that is what has and it don't happen. We be say like we Alfonso just mentioned. He say instead of them teaching the full curriculum, the full syllabus in school, they're saying if you not go to class on Saturday, you not go get the full notes, and if you also not go to class, you will get punishment till we come next week Monday.
Okay, so clear. So I don't understand your question. May I just ask you this? May I just answer it this way? If you are a teacher and government is paying you for a job, for a service, and you decide not for teach na that class, you want to go teach her outside the classroom, and you deprive the picking that will not get the resources for pay for going to your classroom. You want to teach, you want to be able to pay. Is that the role of government? Not to that teacher na in lack patriotism, not to that teacher lack discipline, not to that teacher lack the moral standings for provide the service your government they pay for. You know, do it take I go extra classes or go do How do you think governments go play a role in that? You tell me.
I mean, if the school picking them, those will be saying he defaults all the time. I mean, they talk about governments because
so,
you are also aware.
What do you think government?
For example,
no,
if you are aware for say the teacher is unpatriotic, sack the teacher, offend punishment for the teacher, but it continue for the happen year in year out.
So do you know also that the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education don't sack principals? It also suspend teachers, principal for over one year. Do you know that sanctions have been taken? Do you know they don't give summary termination?
It solves the problem.
No, these are the steps where government take. So this is about character issue. This is not about what in policy say. These are behavioral change. If government they pay me as a teacher for going to my classroom for teach, you go to the schools where I be the teacher. Will tell you I was a diligent teacher. I will say that. They will tell you me and I possibly be the teach with passion. I did teach because that's the job I was doing. So if you government they pay you, then you go left your classroom, you not teach there at all. You go get extra classes secretly. It doesn't was very difficult for even on art by government.
No, it's not. It's not.
No. If you did one, then you know they can't teach now your school. There the role of waiting the Alfonso say the school leaders coming because you they check the picking the notes. They check by supervision. You know if the teacher not the teach. You the query. You dey bring am to book. May explain why is it that you are not teaching the kids. And of course, you take other steps by recommending to the TSC for take administrative actions. So there are quite a lot of complexities around what they talk. It's not about I go buy crepe, I can't wear it today, I go aka. That's not the point. This is about the mind. We're talking about the mind. It's a whole structure.
We go for a break very soon. Well, Mr. Manley, many way they listen go interpret all everything you don't say from the start of the discussion. For say, for most parts, the reason for most parts. Waiting make pikin they cheat in public examination. It gets to do with the teachers and the pikin and conduct, not government entirely.
So I say government means if I say teacher and government, who employs them? It's the TSC who pay them is government. But I want to be specific, right? Now, like where Bami talk say they don't get teaching and learning materials where GP don't produce. That one day. Then delay and take the one they hope for benefits, the progress go other class. Now the worstest projects in the Ministry of Basic Education because of tribe, because of them political affiliate. It's not that the problem there. Where government don't focus or pay subsidy, pay buy food for the picking, pay examination fee, waiting projects they give. Most of these projects are not be managed well. They know they manage them well. Now there was a time where GP they go train teacher them. Then Teaching Service Commission get argument as to that they select them teacher day, as to that not for select the teacher. GP they say now 15,000 teacher day for P1. TSC they say no, now this number day. And who that get the authority for determine how many number of teachers? Not TSC. But because now they get political affiliation and connection from the highest level, now they understand. Now the gaps in the one in the way they pain people them, where then they go inform the president well. How they do? Then they write beautiful thing. Send and go give President Bill, President read them. President self now they come out for reassess the one a day. For say waiting them they can't tell you so if you correct. Now the difference between President Kuruma. President Kuruma go get paper, they can't street, he can't ask so you know they notice. And they ask people them. President Bill then they go lie and too much. Then they lie and this president too much. Then you get people that they write beautiful things them. Where they go get about projects, where they want where you go to the school them. It deep contrary to what's happen. But on the side of government commitment, like what I tell you, are they paying fee subsidy? Yes, but they delay. And some school and they will know they get. Then they provide teaching and learning material from 2020 to now. They not provide teaching and learning material. But the first 2 years, in fact, they didn't audit reports. Then give a contract. You understand? To person from 2020 for provide teaching and learning material. It don't pass 5 audit reports up to now. Nobody know about that contract, so they don't pay for that teaching and learning material. It is painful. So the sector, even though president say no one politics inside it, now politics back the police education, you get some principle there. Then powerful pass the minister. And they say this, you get some heads of school, then powerful pass the minister because they are well politically connected. Anything you want to do then at the school you want to take action, then they stop you. Now only this time, where the one old girls school, they not be submit cast. Where people then see them in girls school na prominent school, they not submit for services. Municipal and other school them. Ministry take action. Where by me they talk. Where send them go now also 1 year without salary. Including Prince of Wales. The principal not they now. But before now, when they want to take the actions, then they have the time behind the back. And second, this examination malpractice, the ministry involved.
So at least you don't add the ministry now.
You know, it's a one specific now. You side they involved now. They roll around you so. First of all, then they coordinate with WAEC for say civil society not for money to us. Because first now WAS then they make them biggest money.
Ministry they make money
hey,
for WAS.
Hold on, you will not talk.
No, you need to make them very clear.
When are they talk? Now talk. I say ministry. They ask me back if na ministry. I say ministry.
Okay, at least we know that. Yes.
Yeah, I know I like put word on me more to not talk. I beg.
Okay, go ahead.
Good.
Go ahead.
I say ministry. Now I see the what talk. Good. Now, then they frown and say civil society not for money to WAS. Because when Honorable Alpha Timbo be then at the ministry, where bring civil society group, we bring independence group, now tendency can begin exposed how people then they make money per was. Now I tell them no say even at 3 phases before the exam, during the exam, and after the exam. Before the exam, you get people that will go around. There was a complaint I can go to the ministry, one particular person may do, go lie say they collect money on behalf of the director them.
Okay.
Collect money, you understand? And a lie, you not direct or not send them. Now you get some center them. Where then they sit, then they lock the domot. all they count to one. Police, WAECO, ministry, as they see other external force, they call like ACC. The police can go down before the exam, they don't get signed. Then say, as a clap it, so you will the sit with phone pocket time. One person where they invigilate this exam, meets in a board meeting, say that the worstest where they go on. Because they sit with phone, so on center they not get invigilator or nothing. And all this is premeditated now in the stage management thing they are. You guys start in Pekin, now start in school and they send them for go sit, fix them inside the system. The exam and they can't go to the right up building. So by the time ministry or WAEC or anybody where independent WAEC not to the all mix so. You understand? Ministry back not to the all mix so. And they tell anybody one them where they involved in this.
Who that's them in the ministry then? Who that's them in the ministry? Make them clear.
Okay, fine. Now at the ministry level, you get beaucoup staff, they get SQs, they get DDs, then they all interact with school. Based on their familiarity and then the principle they meet. Say, yeah, this exam, soften the ground for me, make it easy for me. All that now before the exam, they get the arrangements and they when they see you say we sit down that you're aware of them that they talk to Pekin. Today Pekin okay, say mama, they say okay, 500,000 for this was so that 500,000 where they check the Pekin school fee, not reach down itself, where government they pay. A primary na 10 loan, JSS na 50 loan, SSS na 60 loan. Though they exploit parents 1 million, and parents they pay. Where exam they near, where Pekin no get smartphone for was. A mama your own phone self the game, say go sit. Because the parent deliberately they know say that phone then they send all the answer. And I make where WAEC they see results, which is the biggest crime. Then they call her collusion. When the exam they begin, you they get 1 cent out the delay by 1 hour. The teacher go answer all the questions. So Pekin they're not mature. Okay. So they answer question 1, 9, 12, 13. The same way 90% of them they answer. The same mistake. And so then they call them when they faint spell no more, then they seize all that result there. If they catch you with phone, even per one subject, then for seize all you subject them, you don't forget results. But because of this collusion, this network there, now don't frustrate presidents. Now make the presidents come out for talk Mr. President, begin clean the ministry. When you clean the ministry, then gap their word or highlight, you solve them. Examination malpractice they don't. But you not go finish by that statement where it's not make, and not go finish say if you get new minister at the ministry, except you take deliberate step for prudence in their word don't talk about school leadership. How they assess speaking them genuinely. Okay, Mr. Mali, we need to go for a very short break. But at least it's a breaking news for me and the many thousands who they list in the Epic Morning Show for say there are officials in the Ministry of Information. It's a breaking news for we. For say they make the most money when it comes to WAS. For say when it comes to WAS, they make one of the highest monies ever. Not a breaking news. Okay, let's go now for a very short break. It's still there with the Epic Morning Show. Stay with us. It's not breaking.
Okay, so me family them. I don't try nearly all the water them within a salon for sale. And I don't come for realize say none of them taste as good as Sierra mineral water.
Epic Radio.
Every time I drink them, it make her feel fresh and bubbly. Sierra mineral water, that's simply the best. I know sale, but inside salon, Sierra mineral water, that's second to none. And it is outside of the country for sale. So, what you they wait for? Go get your own pack now. Sierra mineral water. Simply the best.
1xBet. Your game has no limits. In 1x game section, you'll find hits, crash, burning hot, crystal, western slot. Each game is a separate world with real winnings. Play on website or in the app. Visit the 1xbet.sl and use a SL126 promo code to get a 200% bonus up to 2,800 Sierra Leonean Leones. 1x Games, a world of games, wherever you are.
All right, welcome back to the show. Hello, good morning. Yeah, Malaika, good morning. Go ahead.
So for me, first and foremost, I want to clear this issue about free education. Free education not in favor of government they do for people. Then go on section 9, section 2 of the 1999. It says government to give free compulsory education. That is. So where the government attached to that one day, Yeah, the CNC, the president they talk about how parents and WAEC they connive for malpractice examination. Yeah, the CNC he shoot himself in the leg because then get pillars what support for support the quality free education way.
Okay.
First strong pillar way support now the teachers.
All right.
But check how much teachers they don't go out for strike for payment. Mr. Babi talk saying before my teacher. What you make it commodity? Let's be honest, or for instance, because definitely not the teaching field. Let me make it commodity. Now the TNC they try for talk about teachers for pay license. Teachers not they get better salary. If they tell them for go pay license, they call lawyer and doctors they pay license.
Malaika, thank you so much.
Yes,
Thank you.
Thank you.
079-994-993. Call you inside the first segment of the Epic Morning Show. Hello, good morning. Hello? You name inside the call from 079-994-993. Call we inside the first segment of the Epic Morning Show. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Gaji.
Anamta, good morning.
Usama, sorry. Good morning, Usama. How you do?
They do fine. Anamta, go ahead.
Thank you very much for the program. Anytime I hear Alfonso, I'm a man, I'm a one admire, I'm a daddy, I'd be one, I tell him, I appreciate how we be apologize. Let me say, intelligent somebody. The man, always Alfonso, they tell you, my brother, while I know this side. Yes, I think Saturday, no, I think yesterday, maybe we discussed our oaths. But this education in Pueblo, my brother. The beginning now, they're also lazy that all thing, it does, I don't understand, bruh. So now make the way Alfonso they tell you, let the president, not by word, like you go talker. Now actions therefore follow. Else for goal from the schools, from the ministry, from WAEC, by a cabal reform. The beginning of guy, it's a beginning to pay in my say if you don't buy for a phone, you negotiate. Now even when they vigilate, there's security for them. They watch. So it corrects, bro. Let president let Uda for go let go. We don't for jail and jail.
Thank you.
Picking a picture.
Thank you, Anamta. 079-994-993. Call we inside the first segment of the Epic Morning Show today. We did live on Epic Radio 99.3 FM around the world on myepiconline.com, Choice FM and Radio Garden. Hello, good morning.
Usman Ibrahim, assalamu alaikum, good morning.
Wa alaikum salam, Commander Jibu.
New opinion. Why they moderate this program, so now the driver. At times, the question, the way they ask to me, I not want see the guests that they go para. Alfonso Nasibu actively was some of who don't listen. He they give time, he explain lengthily. Even by me say, but wait me. And you on question, let them allow you. Let we get now. You ask if it this free quality school education, where excellence don't talk, is commendable. They don't even answer this. With this now, why you want to ask them break you? It no matter because you're a young man. But when they want you say allow the moderator, let we know. A commendable free quality school education by me with all what you Alfonso they talk to. Come on. Then he said, Alfonso they tell me say what is that you now you know all that talk at the way forward now. Now today, could you imagine excellence is so frustrating? You know what that mean? Because not to show be expect. When somebody come, okay, gentlemen, I can't make sure. But it's frustrating what you me talking about. Do you want frustrate? How you see that one day?
All right, thank you so much. Thank you.
And then Commander Chibu, Alfonso, we are going to allow the moderator. Let ask
Okay, Commander.
079-994-993. Call inside the first segment of the Epic Morning Show today. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, you name inside the call from. Hello? Zero 079-994-993. Call we inside the first segment of the Epic Morning Show. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
You name inside the call from.
Noah from TC.
Noah, go ahead.
Thank you. President Kuma and President Bio make incumbent late because if you take them from 2018 to now, for they come up with this, I think say late. Don't move on. Except if the educational space not be occupied by people that want can do business, then they know easy. The government really have to pay attention. Education, the main something as social service, now business and a way of life. So now the wrong people then they did.
Okay, thank you so much. 079-994-993. Call you inside the first segment of the Epic Morning Show. We'll take 2 more calls and wrap up the show. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Usman Mara.
Abuloko, good morning.
Yes, sir. The voice from Central One Media One.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, may God bless me, my brother, Mr. Alfonso. This na the proud Sierra Leoneans them way with the thing born at this country. We know they left nation son. You know, come for clear the ear and sensitize the nation over waiting they happen inside the education. You know, education na the backbone of any country. You know, but we country, we know they treat the education in the way out for teacher. You know, the teacher, they are very hungry. An hungry man is an hungry man. You don't see? And then the ministry, it quiet like cemetery. You don't see? So, yeah, they beg the Ministry of Education, make them focus by this education. And then camping that way, then picking out the paper. We were there near, we said in the camp, we see so many things, they were not ugly things here. Then picking out the paper exam, then they get out themselves, go beach, go enjoy, go different places there. Instead of sit down, then they study. So, yeah, we they beg the ministry, make them focus by this education, make at least the teachers them, now they're more for benefits by the free and quality education for make this education all fine at this country.
Right. Thank you,
So
Abuloko.
once more, thank you, the voice from Central One Media One.
079-994-993. Call you inside the first segment of the Epic Morning Show. Let me take this one last call. Hello, good morning.
Hello. Yeah, good morning.
You never know where the call from.
This now Emma from Hastings.
Emma, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I want to appreciate Alfonso because he really they nailed the issues well. But one thing again we fail for realize if government want for the education become a successful thing at this nation, the teachers they get for attend to. That to be honest, now one of the things that we make corruption boku. If you take teachers we don't there for 5, 15, 20 years, you they pay and pittance, then politician we just did in our office for 2 to 5 years, they get over 50 to 100 and something million. My brother, nobody no one for the another position where at the end of the day not get anything for sure. I know they say waiting the teachers then they do it right because me a parent, you understand? But if you want for the flagship, if government, if president be really serious about this free education.
Hello, Emma.
For yes, if president be the one for let this flagship program be a success, it really need for pay attention to the teachers. Then,
all right.
Honestly, if not about that, now nonsense we see every year from public exams.
Well, thank you so much. I will not take any more call inside the program. I don't go way above the time. It's past 9 a.m. Mr. Manley, very quickly, sir.
Yeah, very quickly. I want to tell the callers then thank. You know, Commander Ajibo, this man will present the program and I will train. You can take one for pull bangana far so I can reshape some of the questions and not fall into trouble. Because I get to call cyberbullying, all kind of things. So I for take me time. So now I can make not how they challenge them or respect as presenter and a seasoned man, very seasoned young man. And me say let me put the question. Somebody talk say President Bill comment too late. Well, you can say never too late because what he talk we rightly.
But you also believe say it's too late?
No, I say well it's never too late.
What do you say? It's too late too?
It's never too late. And then they come on my mouth so now. He say it's too late. I say it's never too late. And they come on my mouth. But what he talk we correct, he say most people don't take it as business and a way of life. Then they very bad. You know, I also possibly talk about teacher salary. Then they correct. But to not analyze teachers salary, if you watch some of my programs I don't talk about in education, I don't let this. That teacher salaries are not adequate. I don't talk I talk on truth media. See most of the teachers in a slump, then they leave their hill place and get for paid transport camp. Then they rent give them good hosts because of their service. but the teachers are guided by teacher code of conduct. It has 7 principles. Principle 5, they tell you about work ethics. You get for abide by the ethics of your profession. So I want for appeal. This issue of exam malpractice, don't notice the alarm exam malpractice. Don't look at the solution. The solution get for deal with the management of the school. How then they assess them picking they are. How teacher they teach. How then they complete or not complete syllabus. Lastly, when the ministry pull up press list for campaign, I say no go work. And you know work. You know why? The ministry will get rights for say picking enough for go camp na school. Now they the right stop. But I don't think say the ministry get that right for say picking enough for go study in a particular person else. So then go change them from camping to study group. Then go still pay. You understand? Just like when they say less enough for being at school. And you know they been at school now. Right? If you for being at school, the CTA, they for meet, they endorse them, you send them minutes for focus span. When the man they are go give their reports and tell them they can validate at the public. Bring them for public discussion. But then we go private and tell president say, we don't train 20,000 teachers. We don't train 18,000 P2 teachers. We don't supply line and teaching material. Did you supply it on time? It got the desired effect. When they gonna meet in a fet, Allah, this they show say, it get sababu, where this they recruit, but who they come up from your own district. Right. We don't talk anything, and don't form committee for investigate them. All they lead and they bring them political strength inside and president BOB don't say in 2018 no one politics per education.
In context. Okay. But when you really move out of context, you want to politicize the discussion. No, I can be very blue. Because this is national interest. I begin on the foundation say, if you cheat in education, you destroy the soul of the education system. It hurts big time. So Alfonso talked quite a lot of things way now some form of criticism, but this is constructive criticism. You understand? So that make you see me respond and very dealt with. May I talk a few things? Alfonso don't answer most of the questions then, but may I just talk about the AI?
Yeah, I just want to ask you, you are aware of what Mr. Manley mentioned, but we say some officials from the Ministry of Education can make the most money doing what? I mean, the aid and abets cheating in examination. So,
Alfonso Manley is a civil society activist. In reports and million reports as ministry official probably not could be the same. That is what he sometimes you box the way they tick. Now that they look for.
Well, if at all it happen, government's not aware about them.
Where they go supervise. Sometimes I get me own thematic areas that they watch for. So another validate in statements.
Now you not be the spokesperson for the Ministry of Education of basic education.
I still remain spokesperson for government. In fact, at a higher stage.
All right. Okay. So. Government's not aware of that if at all it happen. Government not aware for say.
Alfonso in report they speak to that.
No, so they ask government is not aware. I mean government they watch, but government not aware for say.
I know they for validate somebody's statement. President Bio even talk say WAEC involved, for example, right? And we get evidences of people that we don't run from WAEC.
You don't mention ministry.
We don't get Ministry of Education reports. We don't go to court or we don't go to that level.
Yes. So
Alfonso is unearthing it now with evidence, and we'll look into it. Not okay. To criticize.
Government is not aware. Okay. Up next, we'll get sports and entertainment news plus media review with Marion Precious George. Thank you so much, Augustine Bamianthony, Strategic Communications Monitoring and Media Advisor at the Ministry of Information and Civic Education, and Alfonso Manley, the National Coordinator of our Civil Rights Coalition. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining me inside the program. Until then, my name is Usman Ibrahim Mara. Take care.
I feel like to know your mind. Just like the oceans. You know I'm feeling blue away. Take you far away. Cause I know that you have been hurt before. Now why you decide to show me love? Your hands in my hands, I will lead us. I will lead us. You know I wanna take you. Oh baby, make I hold you. Oh, yeah, I wanna take you. Oh baby, make I hold you.
Before Salon football began, As we see the new Leon Star coach, when Didier Gomez da Rosa be officially unveiled to the people of Bo and some Sierra Leoneans have been dealing. He be there alongside the president of the Sierra Leone Football Association, alongside the Minister of Sport, Madam Augusta James Tema, and the Executive Director of the National Sport Authority, Mohamed Al-Faka Conte, on Saturday the 6th, as they officially present the newly appointed coach, Didier Gomez da Rosa, to the thousands of football fans with them in the at the Southern Arena on Saturday. Now, the Sierra Leone Football Association do inform the general public that the total gate proceeds we then gather from the match we play between Salone and Liberia on the 6th of June 2026 at the Southern Arena. Now 336,270 leons, which is 336,270 old leons. That is equivalent to about 14,000 United States dollars. It's indeed very much. I just imagine almost money alone the loss we will not play a game now home. Imagine raising over 336 million old leons in just one match we'll play. It tells you how much fast we need to get the stadium done. Cristiano Ronaldo don't become the first active athlete for surpass 2 billion in career earnings, according to Forbes. The report. What a legend indeed. Yesterday was a really tragic day for former Manchester United man, as Denmark national team doctor winner Morten Bosin begin update. Christian Eriksen collapsed yesterday again. He been get cardiac attack, he collapsed for some time, but the doctor for Denmark don't say. He said Christian is doing well. He walked off the pitch by himself. He added, "I see." The peacemaker responded at Schul. He was briefly unconscious, but he gained consciousness very quickly. He said we are with him and he's doing well. So the match not been continued as Denmark will win by a goal to nil, and the goal was scored by Patrick Dogu. Now Manchester United new signing Ederson don't be called up now the World Cup squad just days after Manchester agreed fee for him, and he go replace the injured Wesley. Congratulations to Ederson, new Manchester United man in the Brazil squad. And finally, here we go. Florentino Perez re-elected as president of Real Madrid after he beat Riquelme overwhelmingly. He gets over 380 votes, while Riquelme gets 165 votes. That is what you describe as a landslide victory. Till I join you again for some other time, I've been Reginald Brano Jukutu Soya. Thank you for listening to Sport Updates. Bye-bye.
Hello, good morning, and welcome to your very first edition of the Entertainment News here on the Epic Morning Show. Me, na Big Daddy. Starting here with Queen Madi. Of course, we still get back to back with the Malian record. Well, after be convinced by Paddy winner Zino Liski for joined, well, few months Zino in contract done, and while Zino the left, Queen Madi said be feel like say the possible make Lua join the left and it for left body. The label not be agree, and it don't come out for say the label still a bully him, and you don't want a situation where happen to Mubad for happen to him. So I mean, they need a way out of this. And away from Queen Madi and the Malian records, well, Pella, of course, just after a few days where he proposed to a long-time girl for winner Javi. Well, he don't promise in people in he could do say it bring you wealth, and it begging people for let them be at the best behavior, because this is not the very first time we they bring a wave for come greet them and do ya a want let them get fun and not to just for come the stream and go. And of course Davido on the other hand does Mr. P of Peace Choir, a new song way entitled Can't Look Away. Well, in post way make, of course, he say I can't lie. I mean this new Mr. P low-key na fire. And away from Mr. P and OBO, well, Kimbo's earlier of course post regarding certain posts. Well, just about last week or so, we know say Cardinal in video be the train way go park na Lombly, and over 30 minutes, no fan, no cam, that video trend. Well, Cow recreate that video again. So just yesterday, Cow go back. Of course, he parking at the same location, and it was massive. So this now within King Boss early post. You see, man, they had look the one fast lately. Una take them easy on una self. Of course, you know, say fantasy series. Of course, we talk about the most loved artists. We mentioned earlier. Well, I don't know if Ka was trying to prove a point, but I mean, what we saw at Lumley was something different. And talking about, I mean, still throwing shit. This now within fantasy Wiz be post concerning Cow a new song we in do regarding the situation where they happen in South Africa. According to him, say no light, no water, but na xenophobia we see politics is tricking. So Cow come under that comment section, and this now waiting Cow say, ain't you an artist? I want for Yeri a very nice song about Etsa. Please, I'll be waiting. Of course, you know Cow now. Knock the left banner. But anyway, we know Yeri not yet from fantasy series. And also from the Afro Rudeness, of course, come Creole Messiah with a new one, and this one entitled Amgoso, an official flyer just dropped, waiting for the song. And finally this morning, his name is Carlos 4B, aka King Kong Kali. Of course, he be part of the Triple T, and due to his sickness, we go not the United States, but he still deal with the music. Just recently, he dropped a new song, and entitled this one Palampo. Of course, we know Rompel be do this, but I think this now an upgrade version. Let's get into it.
Palampo, now we
hot force. Now the skits feel a hot spot. Maybe then just the rush at the shape and give them like a hot spot. Tara, now you want born force. Me a young force. Now the skits with the butt force. From Kanikete go down the force. Enjoyment ya look on bar. Fish na the water look on bar. Koti I want they go na the skits. I want on them I see. Now I see shot start. Palampo we know they look on bar. Stents and a sense got me a must now.
Sometimes then when things they go wrong in your community and people they keep quiet. But for keep quiet, not to fix the problem. Now that's make Epic Radio they bring to you Blowing the Whistle. Blowing the Whistle like a radio show who say ordinary people them go talk about what's in really they happen. Now then community them. When are from bad road, no water, poor service, unfair treatments, and corruption. So now this show, where they call out things them respectfully and honestly. And when something good they happen, where people they make progress and real change in their life, we also they talk about them. This now you chance, follow you speak up, and follow the hear your voice, and follow you ask questions when they go answer. Whether you they live in a town, or in a village, whether you young, or you a woman, or whether you a community leader, or a concerned citizen. This show now for you. We not just they talk and forget. We they follow up with the issue. So something happen. Blowing the whistle. Your voice, your community, your power. Only on Epic Radio 99.3 FM.
I hope that our visitors would listen to the song carefully, because it's true. Progress with bad propaganda, I mean the foreign press. Bad things are blown out of proportion and spread all around. But the good things of the island they will never mention. Like our scholars have sit and passed every test. There's nothing about that in the foreign press. You know our music is rated amongst the best. There's nothing about that in the foreign press. But if a man steal a mango or breeze blow up a woman dress, bet your life we making headline in the foreign press. True, true. Lamba bombeba, lamba roba, lamba de la deba, tila loba, la domba, tila la.
John Wooden once said, "Not allow waiting you not able for do interfere with waiting you able for do." Hello and welcome to the second segment of the Epic Morning Show, where they come to you on 99.3 FM, Radio Garden, Facebook, YouTube, and through a website at myepiconline.com. You can also listen to the show through Zimi Radio on 107.5 FM inside Pujeon District. Mina, your host, Marion Precious George. And inside the show this morning, Ministry for Social Welfare and the Electoral Commission for Salon don't unveil accessibility roadmap for persons with disability inside the next election. Also, National Investment Board order Salon Bar Association for all then delay AGM following governance and compliance concerns. And finally, First Lady Dr. Fatima Bio say forced bondo initiation of 30-year-old woman allegation be influenced by people. All of the stories plus the review of various newspaper stories they inside the show this morning. And for discuss the issue, I get inside the studio Solomon Sundu, Executive Director for Be Found, and I also get journalist Mohamed Toby Kagbo. Good morning, gentlemen. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, Marion. Good morning to our wonderful listeners and viewers.
Happy New Week.
Well, I want to say thanks be to God for us to be here this morning.
Okay.
It's never too easy because we are now in the rainy season. Small rain, but boku breeze. You observe that day?
Yeah, I observed that.
Seriously.
I think it was Saturday, Sunday morning.
Day before yesterday,
Yes.
Saturday for me, Sunday. Yes, thank you. Yeah.
So this means that a lot of people therefore they pay attention to the weather forecast.
Exactly, because the way they breeze they come out right now, we'll be talk about them forest covers, and now we don't see exactly the percussion.
Because they are not, we not get too much trees where they block the wind.
Because we they deforest, they are forests.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh, deforest, for forest, meaning if we cut tree, for plant tree.
But people can take that like something we're not too serious.
Very serious. When we talk about the climate change these days, we don't interfere with the environment. If you look side and the way human beings be they live, now we don't go take over there, and we not left any facility for say. We are human beings saying we need, the trees,
Yeah.
the trees they need we. By you breath safe, because the air safe. You understand?
The oxygen and
so
carbon
thank you.
dioxide.
So we need them. We need them. So I think we need for the do more.
And more you go get now the Concord Times newspaper this morning.
Away from the Concord Times newspaper, we go to the Premier News newspaper. We get some interesting stories. Government to criminalize exam malpractice. You see the picture of the Minister of Basic and Senior School Education. And Lahai reject fraud allegation, calls claim a smear campaign. And Sierra Leone urges stronger AU action on refugee and displacement crisis. And finally, Sierra Leone signed landmark social housing MOU with So Afrique Lodge. These are all good stories from the Premier News newspaper.
And away from the Premier News, we take the Independent Observer newspaper. Top story, Leone Star new coach, the Gomez Gamble. And also, WFSL concludes 1 week capacity building training across 3 districts. Government, So Afrique Lodge signed MOU for civil servants social housing program. And a big banner headline, Wolfson College, Cambridge rejects First Lady. Finally, a forensic reflection on constitutional integrity. All of the stories and more you go find now the Independent Observer newspaper this morning.
Away from the Independent newspaper, we go to the Satellite newspaper. As the big banner headline say, as major milestone for clean energy.
On of the stories we look at we first story we get for do it. The Ministry of Social Welfare and ECLCL we don't unveil accessibility roadmap for persons with disability inside the next election. And according to reports, them officially from ECSL, the Ministry, and the National Commission for Persons with Disability, They pledge concrete accessibility measures, including polling center audit, ramp, braille, voting tools, disability awareness training for election staff, and increased recruitment of persons with disability as work mandate. And they also described the meeting as historic as of engagement. And while the ministry also called for disability issues for be mainstream across governance, and a position paper with key recommendation also they may present at the end of the meeting. Now, one go and say this is a good initiative because it has been a long time for this particular sector, in the disability sector, for making a call for inclusion, especially when it comes to issues of election and all of those things. But key questions we need answers. We know the part of the information we then publish now. How then therefore fund these activities for persons with disability, especially where we know say during elections some polling center then can they way not accessible. Where you talk about the ramp and other things that we go make persons with disability able for vote without any serious challenges. Sundu.
Well, I think if ECS alone take that step there for create enabling environments for people who are physically challenged, well, we call them senior citizens. They are senior citizens. Now, other world, where you go into transportation, whether on a bus, whether on a train, if you see people with disability, they don't need for tell you say get up, you give them seats, because by their conditions, the law permits say even if they trained on food, but you did the way na person way na able person, you for grab and give that senior citizen. They call them senior citizen because, as I can always say, disability is not inability. And I make you say they argue out say, mean say we in a physically challenged them do this. But the law inside the Disability Act, I think that's people don't get for begin say. And make I tell you, Marion, then ram the way they bill. Funny enough, we say if we're not able people,
yes,
we left for use and pass, the steps.
Yeah.
Because you see and say it gets smooth walk off. Yeah. Rather than the step that 1 2 1 2 1 2 down the like. So for me, I think this na call. It says alone begin the step. I mean, for take them kind of step, we want for see all other institutions, may them continue for do that, and they become very important for with physically challenged people.
It's not just about saying it; it's about implementing this. As I make mention earlier on, a part of the Disability Act.
Yeah.
But you look at so many government offices or other.
All you might, God forbid, you come out, you go accidents. Perhaps you don't cut your limbs or you foot somewhere problem. You said don't become one physically challenged person or you or whatever, because that's not motor man.
Yeah.
You can do all things okay for you, but time they reach, God will ask you say no, this if you sit on this. So we all one way or the other, we are parts of the body. So we need for put things the way for make the people that we don't already encounter them kind of thing and they let them enjoy their facilities and they.
Yes, Toby.
Thank you very much, Marion. It's indeed a welcoming news, but one of the things we I want to establish, this is not the first time government institution not to make a lot of commitment to people with disability. People living with disability, of course, many of those people, they were not born disabled. Maybe some of them through accident or through illness. But again,
somebody and tell whether for the direct you saying this for do. So there comes in the issue of braille. For make them get their own braille where they go to vote with, because their own book they where they able for read or able for feel and know say this I want. So it's quite important for make braille day for the one them way visually impaired as well.
I think it makes a lot of sense, because the person where they see they determine the outcome of that vote, even if you talk for them. And majority of these, they're happening during election processes. So I think there is a lot more in this commitment to just for involve them part of election processes. But again, for ensure also ensure them voting right, then vote for the right people. I think these are all implementations we're expecting from the ECSL. But again, I want to really comment this leadership of the ECSL since then take over. They've been really proactive in engaging. Relevant authorities. But again, not just engage these relevant authorities. How too would the ECSL
remedy for adjudication and call on the Sierra Leone Bar Association for file notice of pending AGM while they ask the member them for show restraint. This don't they go on for weeks now outside the Sierra Leone Bar Association. Don't they get issues, the current body or the current executive, don't they get issue with other people where they contest for positions. We don't see back and forth from the current president and, the aspiring, president for the Bar Association. Outside, they don't get issues of registration and several other things over the media. And perhaps this is one of the reasons why the National Investment Board come in for see how they able for bridge the gap between the two institutions them so that they will get the AGM soon do.
Marion, this Bar Association thing, I be there one of our sister Paul, disgruntled or this enfranchised group where disassociates themselves from the Bar Association, we don't go form themselves now into law society and the like, meaning your leadership is questionable. I can say this because with respect to with all of this, and this is not the one thing where I talk say politics don't erode into the Bar Association too much over the years. If you look at what's in the happen, for me, when I don't go into elections, what you don't, if you don't do, you don't emerge as the winner, whether controversial winner, whether controversy they make when I go court, but still then legitimize you. What if you do? Try for bring the parties we feel disenfranchised, make Leona sit down and talk. That is the leadership. And
okay, yes, it is no secret that the two people who contest for the presidency, belong to a political party which is the ruling party. And Tuma, in some interviews, don't they, they say the person where they contest with him hold a government position. So if I resign before ever he go into the election, and all of this, and a lot of Sierra Leoneans think that the Sierra Leone Bar Association for be an independent body as they're claiming to be, but the people who lead them at the moment, affiliated to the current government, and questions of can the Sierra Leone Bar Association learn from other, associations, including the Sierra Leone Association of Journalists. You don't go tell anybody say, the executive of the Sierra Leone Association of Journalists get any political affiliation, because you not get to see them doing things or saying it publicly, say, although everybody is supposed to belong to a political party one way or the other, it's their right. But for making them they talk them out and then they sit and they involve in political discussions and all, then say now one of the issues we don't destroy or we don't unbog the Bar Association.
Marion, I think this is not one of the things where I say politics don't erode into the association. And that instance where you bring, if two men now they accuse in your own, colleague, opponent, we in self will be the same position. And at this I talk, if you're part of government, then you can be in this association way for the puts, government on the store. On constitutional breach, a lot of issues don't happen.
Yeah.
Boku things don't happen. You talk about other issues. You hardly see the Bar Association coming out, except you have to hear. Well, that is why they even associate the Law Society for be an opposition association.
Yeah.
Because whenever anything happens, whether they have it right, whether they themselves have it right or wrong, but they will put out a press release. But it is hardly seen for Bar Association these days. The reason being, you cannot bite the finger that fits you. That is the whole thing. Because if you, Tuma, you are in the council of, you are in the law council, you get position there, then you also, the judicial council, if you are there, then you get also, president. For me, one of the crux now, I think waiting for them find safe. If Tuma be able for bury the hatchet, bear whatever don't go, then say what has been done cannot be undone. Bring the two factions, you colleagues them, Una come on board. What are the issues? In fact, we see if we don't try for doing a review of the company laws. Because if they are putting out section 85, section 84 that give them the right, but also the National Investment Board is saying, because you want to distract yourself, your attention, we don't want to say that. We are controlling companies.
Yeah.
So if you want to deviate, not that we want to intervene, but we'll call you to go by your, very company acts, strict to sensu. But that is why I'm saying that's the missing link. For you who interprets the law, then somebody else calling you to, remind you of your own very company act. They go get organizations. You get then somebody to call una brinker una constitution. Yeah, that constitution ain't guide the organization in day-to-day running. But if you go against that particular act, what we call as company act, where the one the way they govern you, they must therefore call you. So it is no secret. And if they talk to them, I think say many colleagues alone say the bar association, we are all integral and we are expecting them for them to be mature enough. And I say this, if I were Tuma, I cannot be a president within my own tenure. I have so many controversies. Around.
Starting from the election, and the time when they elect you to
date, you cannot able to bring.
You go for the second time.
Yes, then you want. I go on for this association, and let me tell you, if Toma, says she will go for the second time, believe you me, the bar association will go down the drain. Because
it don't get so many people wait on the
hiccups among colleagues. Now you are telling me that So
it's no longer the new association, the Lawyer Society.
So
it's no longer about the Lawyer Society.
So now it's even further.
It's an infight.
Yeah, it's even further to deepen the fight among themselves.
Yeah.
If you are now telling me that the contender is also part of the governance, then you again you are part of the governance. Then you are deepening the fight. Mark you, your colleague also will have our own, subjects within the same cabal. It will further deepen, and it will give the Law Society whatever standing for them to add that yes, they were saying this, but people refuse to say it. So what I would advise if I were at Tuma, you get so much for donor governments, you get for EP governments, and now you party the power. What I will do, you have served for a time. If somebody else is coming out to bring, to contest against you, I will just wash my hand and leave it for your own party's sake, for the own very SLPP sake, the governance that you support.
You see, I'm for do that.
The integrity. This is all about integrity, not about me. I should go there. Like you, another vivid example. Somebody we are all, tremendous respect for. Now the current Solicitor General, he was there as the president when he got in this position. He couldn't go for the second time. That's integrity. Not that for him go, Robert Koa for not able for go for the second time because he able for liaise with other colleagues them. He get from the both sides whether SLPP them elect for make he will continue for go. But for integrity, I cannot be the Solicitor General and also be the president of bar. You cannot bite the finger that feeds you. That is what I mean. And somebody tell me yesterday, he said, "Bo, we don't see we man they meeting at this bar association. They able for bring things together. But the moments where woman don't begin to president, confusion don't begin kind size.
Is it really about gender?
Well, I don't know, so I just talk.
No, you need for no.
No, so
because you get other women then other institutions the way they do very well.
Oh yes, I agree.
And you get man there as well where they do very poor.
Yes, I agree. So it's a dicey one, but una the woman they now don't take back situation now. Una don't come put and down the drain. So for me,
no, it's not about gender, Sundu. And one for agree with that. It's not about the agenda. Any other person can do the same.
Well, why can't we tell our own sister to say, wash up your hand? This is not about politics.
Like I said, you have other institutions when a man and the head, and they are doing poor.
And that's what we said.
So it's not about gender.
So that's why I'm saying as integrity. But for me, I believe say, Lord put all of that thing, Tuma, let it rethink, and you cannot be the leader, then you bring so much controversy inside the association.
Okay.
History will tell on you, and I know it's a talk about legacy. If you don't able that you force tenure, you for bridge the gap, even for build this office with all your might, as I say, with all the strength, the financial capability we get, you for able to do them with the support of your colleagues. But you allow una say for drag, then now you get now from the very party you coming from, other person by they come from that party, when they stand at this time, resign.
Okay, Toby.
I just want to get some few minutes and lay a strong premise. For me, I think the bar association starts forget their own problem for themselves in the last AGM in Kenema, outside they elect this new executive. We all know that after that AGM day, we get a strong divided. For the first time, I would say, I don't see a divided bar association in this manner. Don't get me wrong, that we are still different ideas in the bar. Many people don't believe previous presidents or previous leaders of the bar. But again, when the AGM happens in Kenema, I would expect a proper reform in the Sierra Leone Bar Association because there were a lot of irregularities. One, voting process, who conducted the elections, how Madam Suma Gento ESQ was announced as the president of the Bar Association, a lot more. So today we're in a situation now and get lawyers society. This will send a very, very shocking question to the people of this country. One, many people now, other school of thought will say, this problem was on the side of the Bar Association executive. One, because after the election, if one gets a divided bar, I would expect a huge responsibility in uniting the bar. Mind you, if people that are defending people in courts can't put their house in order, what question does that send?
Tuma will be able to unite the bar where the main reason why them gets this separation.
I think as a good leader, if we're able to do them, as a good leader, let me cite a quick example for Daddy Brimer. When Daddy Brimer was elected, there were people who voted against him in Congress. But what he come and do, he restore sanity and bring those people closer to him. I would expect the same for reciprocate in the bar association.
But Tuma was not even recognized as the president of the bar.
She's the president of the bar association.
She was not recognized by lawyer
by
society,
by some set of lawyers. And their point, not mean say they were all saying the right thing. You get, because the PRO of the bar association challenge say, let them take the matter to court. Now, but I'll just quickly come to it in the National Investment Board, the say. They are using the same constitution, quoting an article of the bar association for teach lawyers that you work with and known for. So it sent a strong question about the independent credibility of the bar association. It shows that the bar association under this executive come, as alleged, come and fed some set of lawyers never belong to the bar association. That is exactly what happened in this period. They don't violate their own statute or constitution. I remember the public relation officer, Alfred Commander ESQ, saying they don't go 90% close to the AGM. And since then they never organized an AGM since 2024. And that is also violation of the constitution of the Sierra Leone Bar Association. And the National Investment Board quoted that. And now, it was on the 5th or 6th of June. So now we're on the 8th of June.
And he also make mention of several reasons as to why that not don't happen, forget AGM. And one of them, the reasons we cite now financial issues. Do you believe that statement, considering the bar association, considering the kind of people where they part of the bar association, and them saying they're not be getting enough finance for the AGM?
I wouldn't want to believe that, because if you now is somebody, the official spokesperson for the Salon Bar Association, come and talk, say, we don't go 90%. For conduct the AGM. So why come back and say lawyers we are not paying what is, I think, is this subvention or something? The subscription. Then only the do them when they are close to elections. These were issues then where this executive raised in the last election of members registration. And again, the National Investment Board acts a list of valued registered lawyers where for vote need for be published. And this is just a small fraction of the issue. We're about to see more bigger issue, because by what we see, it's like Madam Tuma Gento Jabi still want to continue as the president of the Bar Association. Why some few sets of lawyers, well, I don't want to say few, why some sets of lawyers, they say she's not the preferred candidate. Now, before it was between Warasei Kamal and Augustine Sengemara, but now they are no more in the picture. and there is still irregularities happening in the bar session. It's asked a lot of questions which regards how the value, the moral integrity where people of we get as lawyers. Me, when I've been small, I wanted to be a lawyer. But now, because I don't understand the nitty-gritty, the political inclusion and intervention in bar session could cause Sierra Leone something even bigger.
Okay, we'll move away from that and look at another issue. But before that, make I ask you one question. If something happened to your business or property today, how fast you go recover? Now, this make you need German insurance. Them know them for fast claim payment, so you can get back to your foot without any stress. And plus, the premium them is very affordable and flexible, so it work for you. Call them on 088-220-137 or visit them at number 2 Adelaide Street and get insured today. German insurance, them trustworthy and professional. And as well, you do look for natural tea where they refresh your body. You do look for something where healthy and gentle on digestion. One that tea where they keep you feeling fresh all day. Our tea, now the answer, they make them with natural grown tea leaf, a healthy, refreshing, and easy on digestion. With 100 tea bag inside every pack, you always get more for enjoy and share with other people. Our tea, natural freshness inside every sip. And this message they come out from Kyle. It is still the second segment of the Epic Morning Show with a look at the final story before we pick calls. Usai, the First Lady, Dr. Fatima Bio, don't say the 30-year-old woman we may allege say them be forcefully join them the Bondo Society. They say now people be using for make up that story. They say don't know waiting make the police not publish the report where then get at it. Well, the First Lady say this and several other things them inside one video broadcast where it do over the weekend. Make we listen to waiting and waiting is say, and we'll come back to discuss the issue.
Nobody has taken me to any hospital to show me a victim of an FGM who has died in a hospital. Nobody has taken me to any situation that involves an FGM victim, and I did not act. Even the lady they have used a few days ago to come out and said at the age of 30, she has been apprehended by her in-law. They've gone and circumcised her. It's a lie. I don't even know why the police have not published the report yet. Because 2 doctors have gone and checked that lady. 2 doctors. Both of them said nothing like that has happened to her. She does not even have a scratch on her body. In fact, the one doctor said the only thing she felt is wrong with her, she has a body temperature. Now, is FGM a body temperature sickness? They're creating lies, and then they use a platform who's supposed to be as credible as Times newspaper. And then you jump to write articles that does not reflect the fact of what is happening here because you think we're Africans. Whatever you write about us, the world reads and the world believes you.
Well, those were the words of the First Lady, Dr. Fatima Bio, where they talk about this particular issue. The First Lady make mention of several things. They make mention of, the lady statement or whatever journalists them find out from the lady as all lies. And they make mention, say, 2 doctors already check the lady and then not see anything like FGM where the lady say undergo and several other things. And what the question is, how the First Lady gets all those information and talking about, reports about what happened to the lady or how the case they go, all of those things, even the ministry were involved, the Ministry of Gender and Children's Affairs, nor bring out such reports, and the First Lady is saying this. Several other people they ask questions as well. Human rights defenders don't they ask say how the First Lady gets the information because they say the police and the Ministry of Gender not even updates the publicate about how the investigation don't they unfold. Sundu.
Well, you see, we don't talk about this
last week.
FGM business. For me, I think say this now the parts we authorities, more especially the Ministry of Social Welfare and Gender Affairs, they all need for come together. Let them see our best. But I will say this: not gender, Ministry of Gender.
Yeah.
So I think say they all need for come together because issues like this are very dicey. If the first lady, because I think the first lady they come out and say something, we already they follow the media, where some people don't start for cast blame. That's the first lady now they advocate for women, and if we even gonna think, I don't know if now Oxford University where if we go they invite them. Some
Cambridge.
Cambridge.
Yeah.
Thanks for correcting me. Some people even say get a moral authority if we go stand up there and talk about women because in a one person way they support the genital mutilation. But I can say this vividly. We talked about last week that nothing we do not need for first person. No law not tell you about that. And I not believe say the human rights will tell you say you'll be coerced. And I mean to understand that the human rights, the bill, the documents we can go to the Supreme Court for talk about the age of consent because the abortion or abolition of this practice for me again for be very difficult. Make us sit down and talk even though we in a campaigner against them harmful practices, but now the culture and tradition will find we safe. That is why we say for moderate reasons. I think this not time we the SOEs, the one day we they at the end of affairs, made them train them, made them give them some education. That's the first person, worst person, and go there because you get government say okay we need to do this. If you say government they support you, no, nobody's above the law.
And that's the first lady say inside in video where we play last week, it make mention of all those things, but some people go find that contradicting, saying that on the video and seeing another video outside the first lady, they dance with the Soe them, and a lot of people we I talk to at the end of the day say they were expecting the first lady for engage those Soes in terms of talking to them, help them for make them know the laws, them waiting not for do in terms of the society because it make them clear inside video say in a member of the Bondo society, but in order to support, the circumcision of a minor. So that was clear. So, outside the mix come up, or where Cambridge also reject, the first lady going there to give a public lecture or so. 9 people not able to understand it. Is it that the people at Cambridge or Wilson College as well not believe in the Bodo society all through, or not just the female genital mutilation, then they're not waiting and call?
When you look at the practice itself, I want to tell you this, and we don't know, at least know about the world small. I don't dare say people don't come on Africa, not only alone. Newspaper go write about them. We don't want to go seek asylum. Remember the time we get one asylum, eh? People they come here either not two things. Either you say you be haunted by the government of Sierra Leone, that you are one of the collaborators, or you were in the bush as rebel, or you are being trailed or chased for genital mutilation. We're in a Bondo society. So man, if you go look at your application, then go tell you saying that you can apply for make you get asylum. Where then they don't make the Whitman, they don't feel say na coercive, practice that's inhuman, and that when they go sit down, they explain how they do that kind of thing to them. Where they demonstrate them. I don't see them.
Okay.
A very fearful. Whitman are one thing that error. Or that terrific business where you go do to person, all like them. So this Bondo business don't become that make you see them go with the bill for letting abort in Sierra Leone. Now only the president not assigned, or even we don't talk about that.
Yeah.
I think say we don't meet up, we don't talk about that. Even we'll begin with ECOSOR, where personalities we get parliamentarians and that issue they come up na parliament we did it. In fact, the lady way now one of the member of parliament categorically that no go area. But what they say before then lady then parliamentarians boku development and then achieved on them for do. You can go see one parliamentarian who just take 200 bondo picking, they go put them for waiting. You go see one parliamentarian go go build Shuran for bondo picking them. These are all not part of development. Not begin to talk about modern days practice. How you go able for make them picking and get better education. If that chiefdom, that section not get better school, we picking the waka na by water, go and build schools. Then you talk on something about the SOEs.
Yeah.
Where for me, I think First Lady, I think say it can genuinely for talk say I'm part of it. Like when me go sit down, I don't talk say me na poro person, and I go inside the poro to the highest extent. The reason being I'm part of it, but I will not come and sit here with the poro. You don't ever say I don't tell you. Either you provoke. If you provoke, thing where you're not supposed to touch, and that is the advice.
Okay.
If you're a woman or man, you don't say that society, you're not a part of her, not go there. And if you provoke, then fine you have to pay that fine.
Quick one, Sundu, before I move over to Toby. The first lady make mention of all waiting the lady say a lie, and they say na some certain set of people implant the lady for say whatever he say because they don't check the lady and they find out say they not circumcise them.
You know, they always say, the only brief way I not go all for him. She's in the east. If I were her, I would prefer the police, the doctors who went and do that prospective, check on that lady. They should come out with a report. The police should come out and say, we have done X, Y, and Z on this lady. All what she said, we have not seen it. So perhaps Dandy for don't.
So you're not for come out from the first lady.
From the first lady first. Let allow the one that we don't do the work. Let them come out to, because that makes you a professional. If you want to come and talk now, then people will support
they will
you.
say prejudice the matter.
Well, perhaps that's what I don't want to say, for her not to prejudice the matter, even if there is a report, perhaps by a word, by a statement, but we need to see the individual, the doctor, and the police who went to conduct that investigation and do some post-mortem. They should come out with the explanation to us, to the public, so that we know people who now sit and blackmail. And mark you, we are now in electioneering. A lot of propaganda will happen, a lot of things will be for blackmail. So we want to know, that is why I'm saying institutions should be proactive rather than reactive.
Okay, Toby.
I find it very difficult for engaging into short kind discussion, because one thing I would say, I came from a family where we respect the Bondo society, so I'll find it very difficult in reaching deep into that. But one thing I want to establish here, even to those white people that have traditions they believe in and they are practicing it. One, go to places like Australia, then get a very strong society. For every male child, I think you should be part of it. Even so, then the rugby team, they perform that ritual day before they play games. I'm not in support, because biblically or Quranically, it's only about circumcision. It's only meant for male child circumcision, which in the Bible or the Quran will tell you. For the woman, there is nothing in the Bible or in the Quran where they tell you, say, they need to go through these processes. For me, we can still get this society, excuse me for use the language, without cutting. Because if they're emphasizing that, one of the mandates in this society, now for building up as a woman, before you reach to a certain age, where you go to man, they could still create those practices without cutting. Many women, they don't face discrimination because they undergo something we not to them wish. So for me, one of the only thing in this conversation that has to do with the First Lady, that somebody we don't stand strong for the fight against FGM. She's a leader in the hands of our girls. So many things that has to do with women, them definitely go be linked with the First Lady. But if you look at it in video, I don't feel say she meant bad of the words she used.
Okay.
If you listen to the audio, to the video. But again, if I'm in that position, I want to ask a few questions, because these are sensitive documents, sensitive information about a 30-year-old woman when they allege, say, them for some. She's not 10, she's not 15, she's not 20, she's 30. She is 30 for forcefully. How the First Lady gets this information? The Ministry of Gender and Children Affairs not publish any information that has to do with this alleged matter. The Sierra Leone police not publish no information that has to do with the alleged matter. Have the First Lady able for no say these are all propagandas or it's a stage managed something?
Even if they do in personal investigation, she should have waited for
a final from the relevant authority,
and
yes.
the ministry for put out a report regarding the situation.
Now, for any reports that could come up from the police or the Ministry of Gender and General Affairs will be questioned by the public. How true? Because the First Lady don't come out and so certain things for something that is still under investigation. So it could be a sensitive issue, Marion. But again, let's continue to follow the story. But there are a lot of young girls where they go through challenges for forcefully force them for go through the Bondo society.
And yes. You want to end up with this? At the follow-up, I see on our sister program 98, they already set up a fundraising program for the lady. I don't know if you're aware of that. Yeah. We had to go to my notes. Okay. But what they say, even as that, if you want to pay solidarity to them kind of thing, one thing for avoid this, misinformation from people. Very bad. Because there are certain things we say with traditions, black man, we quick for water down we own issues, just like what Toby they say. Let we respect and maintain traditions. No more, let not be the harmful practice we go destroy, that individual. Because we talk about fistula, we talk about woman, then we don't go to, let me say the Suez. The one the way they do that practice, they need education. Okay. They need for be tuition. They need for telling how even they forget the medical experience before going into those things.
Okay, we repeat calls now 079-994-993. Now the number for call inside the show and make a contribution regarding the issues where we don't discuss. We go for caller on the phone. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. This is Bakar from.
Yes, Bakar, go ahead.
The discussion about Kubo, I want based on this beneficiary. I really want to talk about the Quran and the Bible. We only know about the Bible. Quran, we get them from Abraham. Abraham and wife are too jealous. Now they are acceptable. So since from that time they are acceptable, they're not telling me say the way how so in the do and show. But what you make it fine for letting court woman, it's very important. If you not do that, a disgrace to woman. If they see that the people outside, if they see dog, they use woman all. And the only way that they follow woman get control. That's the only way that one the woman they get in sense. That's the only way that the woman
is that scientifically proven? It's not. It's not. It is not scientifically proven. Yeah, Bakar. It is not. 079-994-993. Call and make a contribution inside the show. Hello, good morning. Your name outside the call from?
I'm inside the call from Central.
Yes, go ahead.
You see, firstly, we get problem. Most times we use ego for attack certain thing there. But this clear, as soon as they say, that woman will go sit on a radio. It live first. You see how people use them. If you listen in video, some of the ladies they already attack with the cause you talk, call them by name, so tell them, say them belong to certain parties. These are people who don't do their own lot for this country. When finally come to the picture itself. You only come to the picture with the first lady. But I know they blame them. All governments in government out, they not ever buy up to waiting them in Kinongo sign to. These are things where they don't sign to. It's a term. But for can put an act to law, now ain't government defeat because of politics. I mean, that is all our politics. So whether they talk plenty here, then they feel say they will lose votes. And they listen to somebody this morning. They say they get penalty. That government commitment. Not for campaign or whatever. That government will be.
Okay.
If this government really popular, apart from votes or whatever, it come on.
Thank you. 079-994-993. We'll pick more calls inside the show. Whilst we wait for more calls, make I ask you one simple question. If something happened to your business or property today, how fast you go recover? Now this make you need German insurance. They know them for fast claims payment, so you go get back to business without any stress. Plus, the premiums very affordable and flexible, so it'll work for you at any time. Call them on 088-220-137 or visit them at number 2 Adelaide Street and get insured today. J-Man Insurance, then trustworthy and professional. Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yes, you name also the call from.
Musana Dwasat.
Yes, go ahead.
And me, what are the time number for talk here? And Bondo na tradition. And we meet them. And all we sister them and we picking them, then join. And that not me say, wait man for your command and I'm come put law we say therefore condemn Bondo totally entirely. Then get them your culture, what then they do to them yonder. And concerning the mommy and the first lady, it talk to me, it not look like say bad too much so because according to how the woman explained how they put an apala from there, go sleep, Louisa then they put them coach them. After that they say if I go join so in one clear one, he just coach them box up himself no more. That's not for me. Oh. So I'm not sure say first lady and talk bad day. And cause I want let people then left Bondo. Bondo now day now tradition will meet them. We carry pora, we carry pampani, we carry waje, we carry one day. Like we say one keep run a corner when a grandma. Then there one society what them call foreign society. So that all that society there, if once you join, you want to not join, but you not break the law. If you break the law to God, the law for God about you. You see?
Okay.
Left Bondo.
May we make this clear, yeah? Talking about the Bondo society, even the laws where they say it's man they want bring on that, they are not against the society, they are against the cutting when the female genital mutilation. And they're not just sit them say they're against that, then say they're against them because of the way and manner a lot of women they don't they complain or women they don't they die or women they don't they strain when they go for go born because of yes and in the manner how they do one because of the complication where several women them don't they face. They are not against the Bondo society, they are against the cutting where then say if Pekin they underage, they not for go join them. If somebody don't big, it don't pass 18 years, it want for join the society, well and good. That's your decision because you are matured enough and you are of age. That's the issue. Not like they are against the society itself, but now that aspect say we don't lead to several complications of woman and girl picking them. May we get that clear, please? We get another caller on the phone. Good morning.
Hello?
Yes, your name outside the call from?
Gwen from Waterloo.
Go ahead.
Well, actually, like me, the first lady, not a fan of them, but some of the things we see are fact. Some people may see all story just for demonize this issue of Bondo. You see, the thing is, the West corrupt the mind of people. They let them take and say, no, know everything about them bad. When they promote things, they will more evil past the LGBT.
Well, 079994993. More pick just 3 more calls and wrap up the show this morning. We get another caller on the phone. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Auntie Mario.
Yes, Suleiman.
Bondo society, I demand una boku, and the one day with the bring and then they blame because you were no concern them too much, and then they bring to voting. But what you want, the Bondo society, the cutting itself, what didn't they do? I don't say maybe they can do and people on a part of cleanliness to woman. Then Sabi that one day.
Who that and the woman there?
Yes.
But the same woman then they complain because of.
Well, not deal, my sister. This thing done there from origin up to today. We were born in a village, we be on a city, we never, we men all side. We know the system. Granny, they were done there 100 years up to today. They been done born before, and then they still live.
Okay.
And then born, nothing will do there.
Okay, thank you. 2 more calls and may we wrap up the show. 079-994-993. Hello, your name outside the call from.
Good morning, Mariam. Precious.
Yes, good morning.
Now, Paconte, they call from Obgon.
Go ahead, Paconte.
I tell you now, thank you. And they talk about the judiciary. They know they try at all. They know they try. Now, they be independent. They know for you, there you party where they support. If for less now you act. They know they show the people them. What then they behave so, how they want them to behave. They know they try at all. Look the journalists, what then they make election. You know they read Allah, you know they read nothing, but they only make the law for the country. Any law where they pass, it go. They let them set example. Yeah, you know for the APC, not for the FLPP.
Okay, thank you.
We for do the correct thing. Thank you very much.
Yes, we'll take one more call and wrap up the show. 079-994-993. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, hello, good morning.
Yes, you name us. I call
Man, call from Central Part of Africa.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, my sister, I mean, this is not just something where we kind of normal Africa as a whole, you know, not some of the things then this way we continue for the backward. Like when my brother, they talk about man, them, poor society, blah, blah, blah. These very people, not to them, they get asylum, people the way they want to come to Africa for the harmful practice. Where they go? Why they not the Trump that one day? Why do not they praise him that one? Why do not they go against that one? Why do not they cry at that one day? Then they give asylum to people the way they say they want to wake up for society in Africa.
Okay.
Why the bone? Why waiting at the reason? Is it that the money where they put inside this thing? You see, Africa will continue for be backward for as long as we take something them off we mind, you know, where the people there they try for come instead.
Okay, we'll miss that call. Well, we'll wrap up now. Soon though. Just one for spend 2 minutes, please. Maybe we'll wrap up.
Oh yes.
We already don't get against time.
I will go straight to the callers. That one way I talk about the lawyers, and one of the things we imagine you forget you AGM 15 months after the previous one we don't do before the one. Then you as that president, waiting make you're not the law person. Why you don't able for do that kind of thing? You left down the happen. Then now you want for can go into registration. So we will ask on that particular side the voters registration list, and you ask something to be very important about financing. You want to tell me say money no go day now because they split. Now, because you get other in the very bad situation, you get lawyer in the way they undermine the very process. So, what I would advise my sister to do, if I were you, you have another big feature, not the bar association. Concentrate to develop or to help your party so that the bar association can get the life that they need again. Okay. Once more, the other area again where this the other person talk about the cutting. You will lay emphasis say that with man not against the society, but the cutting. Well, it gets but with man not just condemn this cutting parts of the clitoris. Then they say because the harmful practice, how they so it the women they talk say we need for educate them, they need for even get medical background because they starting saying the way they go to the people and they lead to other issues. It will lead to fistula, because that's in the help. Lot of the education aspects of the clitoris they help the woman for even go into quick delivery because that's not the thing. But
and it seems as if people they support because they don't know all of this, and it's been a very long time where women they don't silence over the
and
issues,
this
reproductive issues within they face.
But we they talk about sexual education, we do sexual education.
That's what I'm saying. It seems as if most of the people we call not even know some of them complications where women then they go through just because of
even with the man them, you understand, because the clitoris are very nice part for you the man safe, because for every woman, I don't know that man where they just go grip woman I want some, but you get to be romantic, you get to get something where they attract you the man, this not the thing what they talk about. So clitoris are very useful part for woman, but if we people them want for continue the practice, as I say, mean a poor person now we say don't go Paul we say today with man there, they go seek asylum, say they don't chase with like we last call talk. People will go seek asylum for poor, but why poor business don't come? Because cow that kind of nonsense to we demand them. We know it's in for do, but the woman them like where the person I don't know if not a huge money we don't come inside, and because then they look at their own very very culture. They look at other why una no go find way for fine tune. The other groups are already grab. Una all can una get doctors, una get this, una go meet sense way they now say gone are the days for that more than they practice one they do to people way harmful. Okay. Now let we modernize them. You understand, Okay, that's gonna be the good thing. Then the last one for say we go sign to protocols. Yes, most of them protocol they will go sign to. Now we as Africans get for know how they modify. In my own thought, First Lady always they say now in the favor of the woman, and she's part of that. But no more waiting me the advice. Reports where concerning states. Legislation and come up with a report rather like out.
Thank you. Toby, quickly.
I think we'll get some very good fruitful conversation, and we will continue to talk about the important issue. But the issue about FGM, this is something where I need a lot of public sensitization. I think we'll reach to a level where the Ministry of Health gets a very big goal for playing this, which I mean, public sensitization, education, let people know the importance of these parts with a woman, where it is highly sensitive. I listen to my elder brother. I have colleagues, well, I don't say colleagues, I get paddy them. If a woman not gets a clitoris, then I want her. I have those friends. So it is. And many of the women them within a married those, some of them not even been get better sense when enjoying them into this. I'm not against the practice, but I'm against the blood running through the practice.
Thank you, Mohamed Tobikagbo and Solomon Sundu, for joining the show this morning. Thanks to everybody who make the show possible. DJ Wonder, give it technical support at the studio. Abubakar Bendu and Sois Semekunasu live on Facebook. The producers of the show are Fatma Talebi and Reginald Brian Ojukutu Soya, executive producer Teresa Thomas. Until tomorrow, we will join again with another edition of the Epic Morning Show. Marion Precious George will say happy working week. Stay blessed. Ta-ta.